Oh, that was a robbery. That's one of the bigger robberies I've seen in a while, just being honest. A partial Mexican crowd. You could hear it if you watch the fight with the volume on. And let's be honest, a lot of Argentinian fighters come to America and don't get the least bit of consideration. Consider that supposedly what won Mayeli Flores this fight is what should have won Gustavo Limos the Richardson Hitchens fight, but he didn't get that consideration that she got. It doesn't make a ton of sense. And all it really is, well, we sell more tickets if a Mexican has the belt than if an Argentine has the belt. It was a brazen robbery because, well, yeah, one fighter's moving backwards and one fighter's always moving forwards, but the fighter moving forwards is a pinata. You're getting hit with every punch the girl throws, you know? I'll talk about it in the weekend recap, but it is upsetting. It is. It is upsetting. Nazarena lost her belt on some bullshit. I think that's some bullshit. Nah, yes, really. Yes, really. Yes, really. The same reason, if you're going to say that Mayeli Flores did enough to win, then you then have to say that Gustavo Limos did enough to win the Hitchens fight. They did the same thing, except Gustavo was landing more than Mayeli. But, it is what it is. It's America. It's boxing. It's corrupt. I'm surprised, but then again, I shouldn't be because I saw another girl get robbed on a pro box show. Regina Chavez got robbed in the Artiga fight. Artiga's from Florida, so it's not hard to see what happened there. And yeah, man. So we got Pacquiao versus Barrios coming up. Talk about that. Oh, I dig it, Ray. I dig it, Ray. Post the link in the chat. We got Pacquiao versus Barrios coming up, and we'll talk about that. Do we like Pacquiao's chances against WBC champion Mario Barrios, who isn't the greatest fighter, but do you have to be to beat a 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao? Ugas did it, but then again, Ugas did it on short notice. It's not like me had a camp for that specific fighter. He was training for a southpaw. He ends up with Ugas in his place. Ray, what do you think?
Oh, about the retiree coming back out.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm not too interested in watching it. I really do think that he should stay retired. It would be really bad to watch Barrios beat him. That would be a
Do you
rough watch.
But that's the question. Do you think that Barrios is going to beat him? Like where do you stand on this that Barrios is pretty shit? I think the whole panel agrees on that. While Manny did look old in his last fight, that was against the late replacement. Not the guy that he was training for. He was training for Errol. He was training for a southpaw and a guy who's going to mix it up on the inside. Ugas basically fought on the outside and worked off the counter. Does that influence your view of that fight in any way?
No, because one, you're actually going to be old now. Like, what's he, like 40 something at
He's
this point?
46, bro. The dude is
Yeah,
46.
yeah, yeah. Hell fucking no. You're 46, 3 years out of the ring, I believe. And even though I don't think Barrios is good, I think he still punches hard, like hard enough to demand respect from somebody.
Mm,
And
mm.
you don't want that to be, you don't want to see that side. You don't want to see the side of like Pacquiao flailing his arms because he doesn't have the timing or speed to
That's
make it in
fucked up.
on Mario Barrios.
No, I
Fuck
do
Yeah,
want
you,
to
that's
see
bro.
that. No, 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 no. I do want to see that because your old ass need to stay fucking retired, and it's gonna take for somebody to Marquez you for you to sit your old ass down, bro. Sit the fuck down. Be a politician. Leo, what do you think? Does Manny take the belt from him or no?
No, no,
No.
absolutely not. Look, what allowed Pacquiao to compete at welterweight when he started his career really at minimum weight was his legs. It was his longevity was impressive for the time he lasted, but in the Yugas fight, I saw it. It was more than the legs replacement shit. He doesn't have his legs anymore.
Does he need them for Barrios though?
Yeah,
Because Because
it needs.
let me paint this picture for you. Ugas is gonna box. You know what I mean? He's gonna box. He's gonna move. He's gonna counter. He's gonna jab. That's not Mario.
Yeah, but again, if you are fighting these very big guys in comparison to you and winning and being competitive all the time, because Pacquiao never got trashed and never got watched really by, except for Marquez.
Marquez.
Yeah, but besides that, every fight was a competitive fight. But
Oh,
that
shit, they
was
got him. They got Leo. Real talk.
What? He's still
What's
there.
up, partner?
I don't hear him. Where'd he go?
I can
Oh,
hear
did
him
he-
fine.
You cannot hear me?
Now I hear you. Now
I
I
heard
hear
him
you.
loud
Go
and
I
ahead.
was like, I heard that fucker just fine.
Shut the fuck up, country. My God.
No,
What?
my point. No,
Go ahead, Leo. Go ahead,
point,
Leo.
to finish my point, if he was fighting welterweights and all these other bigger guys, it wasn't because, yeah, he has good ring IQ, good power, but his speed, his legs allow
Yeah.
him to compete at those weights. Doesn't have them anymore.
Damn. Real talk. What do you think? Pacquiao, Barrios, who wins a fight?
I'm whooping Manny's ass, and then I'm beating
That's a good
Myra's
point.
pussy up.
Over to undefeated. Undefeated. Pacquiao, Barrios, is the old man too old, or can he turn back the clock for one night?
The old man is too old. But I will say this is a PBC card. You never know. This might be the beginning of the Rolly era, bro. Repeat after me.
Kick
The
that
Rolly
nigga
era.
off the panel.
That's not a see that was a point. No, wait a minute now. That was a point that I was going to try to bring up after we were done with this part of the conversation. That, well, what makes the PBC more money? If Barrios has the belt, or if Manny Pacquiao, the division champion, the pride of the Philippines, you know, all the bullshit. You
Who
know,
would-
like
who? Let's say Manny does get the gift decision. Who would they feed him to?
Rolo.
Yeah,
Come on
Rolly.
now, don't be stupid. Big Rolo.
Not what? You're not thinking Tank?
Nah, because I mean, like, do you think he would go up to 147 for Manny? You
No,
think he would?
because you know how big of a
Yes.
pig he
Yes.
would look
Of
like for
course.
saying all that
I
shit
know
about
because
Haney and not going to
he's
140.
really short, dog. Like 147 on him, he's gonna look like fucking
And
Manny
Monique.
Pacquiao is very short.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah, but Manny's
And
made out of
he's old.
muscle. Like he's made out of tough stuff. Fucking
You sure
Gervonta's
he's
made
still-
out of Gervonta's made out of chopped cheese sandwiches and ho-hos, bro.
And
KY
lube
jelly.
and lube.
And nail polish.
How do you not know that what's it called? Pacquiao's not made out of a Jollibee right now, bro.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah, that's fair.
Country, what do you think? Is the old man too old, or is he
The
too
old man-
old?
The old man's too old. I like Manny, but come on. 3 years removed from the sport, and he's 46 years old? No. I
Alex,
mean,
what do you think? You want to be a contrarian? You gonna go with Manny just because everybody else went with Mario?
Yes.
Nah, I'm not. I can't.
Yes, you
man,
were. You were
I
about
can't.
to. You were about to, and then because I said
Nah,
that,
bro.
because I said that. No, let me be a contrarian with Julius. No,
Nah, I
I'm
ain't
going
gonna lie,
Mario too,
man.
bro.
I ain't gonna lie, man. A few hours ago, I was giving this some heavy thought, and I was just like, "This ain't it, bro. Like, he ain't gonna look good. It's gonna be bad. We're gonna be like, bro, Manny, what are you doing, bro? Like, that, nah, bro."
I don't know, because when everybody leans too far in one direction, not to be a contrarian, but when everybody remember, we picked Connor. Most of us picked Connor to win the fight, and look, Chris.
Whoa.
Chris
Get the
No,
fuck
no,
out
no.
of here.
I don't know.
I
about
said
that.
most, motherfucker. I didn't say all. You
The
just
disillusion.
motherfuckers. No,
The-
these motherfuckers just wanted. I did say, yeah.
Listen
I
to
said
the Monday
most,
morning
motherfucker.
quarterback.
Exactly.
I was
like,
never a Monday morning quarterback. I said it plain as day. There is nothing that Conor Ben does better than Chris fucking you.
No,
man.
he
Lies.
said that. I'm not saying that
I
he
said
didn't
that
say that,
shit.
but it's a panel.
Nah, fucking
It's
with
a
you.
panel of 10. If 2 guys pick Chris and 8 guys pick Connor, doesn't that mean most?
If 6
We
pick
get
Connor,
it. Semantics, you old fart.
Anyway, so everybody's in agreement that what Manny can't turn back the clock on this. He's just too fucking old, and Mario's gonna get him.
Yeah, I mean, my issue is
But to be fair, we also all thought fucking Ryan was gonna beat Rolly too.
And
So,
we
like,
all
to
thought
your-
AJ
to
was
your
gonna beat
point.
Daniel.
Yeah, like to
No,
your
but we're
point. So
talking
shit,
about a
Manny
dude
might
that's
pull
going
this
back
one out
to
of
the
his
grave,
ass.
bro. This dude's coming back from the grave, fam. Like, look, bro, did you see his last fight? Like, he
Did
can't
you
pull the
see?
trigger.
Did you see Mario Barrios?
Yeah, I was gonna say, but Mario,
Yeah, but he can pull the
sucks,
trigger though, bro.
man.
Like, he don't pull the trigger like he used to, man. He's
Who was,
I guess. Look, here's the thing. Abel Ramos had you going life or death, dog. Was that the guy Abel Ramos or was it Gabriel Maestre? Which was the guy?
It was Abel Ramos. But
It was Abel Ramos. It was Abel Ramos. And Abel Ramos was never great. He never fucked any bitches. He never sold any cocaine. He didn't do anything. Manny's been there. He fucked prostitutes. He did the lady boys. He's been to Bangkok.
Lady boy.
He did it. He fucking did it, dog.
he even called out the LGBT community, bro. He took on everybody.
Yeah, he had chlamydia. He had to use
Oh
the
yeah, he
ointment.
did do shit right.
Yeah.
All right, look, Jules, fuck it, man. Look, clearly you want someone to be the contrarian. If that's what you're looking for,
Yeah.
No, I just feel it's not even being the contrarian.
Yeah.
I just feel that when you go life or death with an Abel Ramos, who we all can agree is a gatekeeper, correct?
It's not a far cry for Manny to beat you at 46. Yeah,
That's what I mean. That
that
Abel that before we all jump off a cliff and say, well, Manny's this and Manny's that, bro, you've been struggling
But Mario
practically,
Barrios is a PBC fighter, so it's like how much.
and Manny isn't.
Manny isn't.
Well, no, I'm saying that like that just gives.
Manny ain't
gives
been
a
fighting
fucking
nowhere
that
else
Manny
for the
could
last
actually
4
beat him. The
years,
dude's a
real
PBC
talk.
fighter.
Manny
And
ain't been fighting
Manny's
nowhere
got a
else
full-
for the last 4 years, bro.
And Manny's gonna have a full camp for this, right?
Yeah, like, because I'm not trying to sell you guys on the. I'm really not. I'm not trying to sell you on the idea that yeah, Manny this and Manny that. It's more that this is Mario Barrios, bro. Like, you go life or death with gatekeepers.
Like, it's like this for me though. It's like, say Barrios wins, right? My brain's gonna go, yeah, Manny's over the hill like I thought. But if Barrios loses, my brain's gonna go, yeah, Mario wasn't as good as we all thought we were. We were right. He's not as good as we said he was, and we were right. So it's like, fuck, I don't know, man.
And the dude before almost gave fucking Barrios a goddamn visor on his eyes.
That's what I'm saying. That he didn't Keith Thurman turn him into Avatar?
Yeah,
but everybody does that to Mario, bro.
Okay, Elephant Man shit.
No, he did though.
Old Manny beat Thurman.
And the other thing is, like, because I'm not trying to sell you guys on the idea. I'm just looking at the factors that, look, I do think it matters that they swapped out Errol for Ugas at the very last minute. Those are different guys. They're going to fight a different fight. It's just the truth. If you've been training for Errol, you're training for a southpaw who's going to fight you mid-range to inside in the phone booth. He's going to throw body punches, stuff like that. Whereas Ugas wasn't going to do none of that. Ugas used his legs. He hung back, jabbed, countered, boxed, used the ring. You ended up in a very different fight than what you were training for. So even though, yeah, he looked old. Hell, he looked old with Jeff Horn, right? Looked old with him. I'm just saying that Barrios would have lost to the both of those guys. Well, no. Well, yeah, he will no.
He beat Ugas.
He beat. No, see, listen, hear me out. He beat Ugas after Errol beat Ugas, and Ugas was out for a year.
Cool.
It's like
one more time.
There's too much angling that they're like, Barrios is shit, dog. Make no mistake, Barrios is shit.
Yeah, Julius,
Shit.
let me ask you a question.
Good.
You're saying Barrios ain't shit. Is Mario Barrios better or worse than the last guy Manny Pacquiao fought?
Who that big Japanese guy?
Yeah.
I would pick that. Yo, I'm not even playing.
Yo,
with you.
yeah, don't even.
Yo.
Stop.
No, I'm not
You
playing
can
with
stop
you, bro.
this.
That's
I'm
sad.
not playing with y'all, bro.
Stop.
What's his name? Shinsuke? Rensuke?
You don't even know his name.
Bro, look, man, Mario is shit, bro. Like, honestly, like, that dude is ass, bro. Come on now. Yo, Santillán would beat him. Rocha would beat him. Fucking Brian Norman would put him through the ring, bro. Boots would
Blair Cobbs beats him.
I don't know.
Yo, kick that motherfucker out. Kick that motherfucker out, bro.
I don't know the Claire Bobs. I don't even like. I don't know about that.
That nigga called him Claire Bob.
Because Blair is like, come on, dog. Like I said, long time ago, somebody in the loop told me the Dominican kid from 140 sent that motherfucker to the hospital in an ambulance at Wildcard. Got through with a good shot in sparring, had the motherfucker foaming at the mouth.
Somebody called an ambulance.
What was that kid, man? Was it Martinez or was it
No,
Rodriguez?
it's Elvis Rodriguez. Yeah,
it was Elvis. Yeah. Bro, Elvis don't hit like. Come on, B. That dude don't even hit that hard, Claire. Fuck you going to the hospital for? Come on, B. Woo! So, but all right, second question, guys. They've added Tszyu versus Fundora 2 to that card. Is that enough for you to want to buy it?
That's
No.
literally enough for me to stream it, bro.
No shit.
Jeez.
Shit.
Wait, what's
Somebody
the
made
price?
up
What's
their
the price?
mind really fast. Country. Yay or nay? Do you buy that card on the premise of Pacquiao Barrios, Tszyu Fundora?
No.
Shit.
2 streams.
Yep.
All right, Alex. Do you buy that card on the premise of that co-main and that main?
Wait, go ahead. Hey, run that back. I just got back, man. I was doing something real quick. Go ahead.
Come
What
on,
I
you
missed?
gotta stop jerking off during the lives, man.
I was getting my cigar. I was grabbing my cigar, man.
Okay, they've added Tszyu versus Fundora as the
Okay.
co-main event to that show, to Pacquiao Barrios. Is that enough for you to buy the pay-per-view?
100%. I love boxing too much. I'd watch. I'm buying. Yeah.
Okay, so at least one guy's gonna buy it. Like, you know,
Right.
you know that my stupid fucking ass is gonna buy it.
But bro, I mean, that's your bread and butter. That's
It's
what
different
you do,
though,
bro.
bro.
Like,
You
got
get
to.
paid for that.
No, you're not letting me set the table. The issue is there's a great fight that night involving 2 unbeaten champions that doesn't cost a thing. That's happening the same day as Bam versus Kafu.
Woo, shit.
Same day, bro. And to make matters worse, I don't know. I like Alex, I'm really wrestling with this.
Mm-hmm.
Usyk versus Dubois is that day. Obviously not at the same time. It's on UK time. The issue is if that's a pay-per-view, all right, if that's a fucking pay-per-view, and then there's another, I don't think so, homie. I don't think that's 2, bro, in one day.
Bro, that's like a 9-hour live, dog.
No, like I'm gonna be live for 9 hours. Like, make no mistake. If a pay-per-view
Damn, word.
No, wait. My dick is gonna be really hard all day, bro.
That shit gonna be fucking
We
purple.
got a UK card in the afternoon,
Yeah, sildenafil side effects.
and then 2 at night.
Bro,
the
fuck
thing-
that. If you're harder for longer than 4 hours, call a doctor. Fuck that. Call more bitches.
Nah,
Come
call
on,
me,
bitches.
bro. I got you.
What the fuck am I
Hey,
Kick that nigga.
hey, kick him out.
No, but for real.
Hey, y'all forgot I was in the infantry. I got gay jokes for days.
And we need more of them.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. I need assistance here.
If I got and I like, there's a good chance that Usyk versus Dubois 2 is gonna be a pay-per-view. Like, I don't think they're gonna give that away because
I
look,
don't see
they
why
didn't.
it wouldn't. Like,
Yeah, they didn't give Conor Ben versus Chris Eubank away to Americans, so I don't really think they're going to give that away. And that's what makes that's another angle of the question for anybody who says, "Yeah, I don't mind Pacquiao versus Barrios. I would buy it." Would you still buy it if there's
Nah,
another pay-per-view
no,
that day?
no. If I got to choose between that one and the Usyk card, I'm
Yeah,
buying
like, no,
the Usyk.
you're
I'm buying the
it's-
Usyk.
Yeah, because the problem is it's fucking Usyk, bro.
Yeah, it's Usyk, bro.
It's not like it's Benavidez or something.
And I ain't gonna lie, I got to keep it 100%, bro. Like, I'm not. I don't think that was a low blow in that first fight.
You don't think that was a low blow in the first
I
fight?
thought it was legit. I thought it was on the belt
what?
line, man.
Here's a more sexual question.
Let's get
If
it.
they let's just say they added Dames versus Yanni back to the Pacquiao show. I don't know that they're gonna do that. You know what I mean? But I saw rumblings. I saw people saying shit. They could be lying, but if they do, would you buy it then?
Maybe.
Maybe.
That might be worth buying. It depends what's the price. What's the price?
Come on, you know what the fucking price is.
It's 80 still?
It's 80, bro. What's it? What other price do they charge?
The new
It's
standard.
not worth it. It's not worth it, fam. It's not.
Yeah,
I can't do it.
So let me go to undefeated because he's smarter than everybody. He's a Capricorn. Undefeated. Yanni Beck versus Adames. Tszyu versus Fundora 2. Pacquiao versus Barrios is not worth your $80.
I changed my mind now. I will buy a new Fire Stick 2 streams fight.
This motherfucker, man. Ban him.
Yo, fuck out of here, man. Pacquiao.
Yo, he had me for like a second and a half. He had me.
Hey, you know what? This Jules, hold up. You sweetening the pot, right? On the first card, and you naming all these fights on the undercard. What's the undercard of the Usyk though? What's that look like?
No, because the thing is with the Usyk card, we don't have to play that game. You understand that it's Usyk, it's Dubois, it's undisputed, unfinished business. Yeah, we want to see that. I don't have to sell it to you. Yeah, we want to see that.
Yeah, I'm hard right now off that.
Yeah, they should be hard for months. But Alex, when you talk about a 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao and Mario Barrios in the main event, yeah, you gotta butter that bread a little more, because that by itself.
Because you threw in Tszyu and Fundora too as well.
No, because that's part of it. That is part
you know
of it.
what?
That's not made
that
up.
kind of sweetens the deal for me, maybe just a little bit. To be honest.
Like, I think Fundora Tszyu should be the main event, and Pacquiao should be the
I agree that Manny Pacquiao and Barrios got
on the card.
bro.
But when you talk, look, when you talk about Fundora, one, I actually think that's a great fight. Like, I know a lot of people are angry that he ducked the Puerto Rican kid, whatever it is, whatever, right? I don't, whatever.
Alexander, right?
Yeah, because he's supposed to fight him.
Right,
but I actually like the rematch. I think Tszyu, for him to really move on, you got to get at least some get back.
Psychologically, he's got to get that get back, though.
You got to get some get like. Nah, we know. We know who really whooped your ass though. Like, we know who whooped your ass, and we know you don't. Come on now, and I fuck with Tim, but y'all ain't said shit about that man since then. Like, you know what I'm saying? Back rub, but nah, it's cool, dog. You got that one. But if you could get some get back from Sebastian, I think that would go a long way for him.
Help his mental.
And I guess this is the second question, because Ray's really fucking smart. I don't think he's smarter than Undefeated, but he's definitely smarter than Real Talk. Ray, fuck you. Ray, does Tim win the rematch? Come on, don't be a bitch.
I'm gonna say no.
Ooh!
I'm gonna say no.
No.
Ray, I didn't know you were gay.
I don't not because I was gonna bring this up just a second ago before you asked me that question. I was like, you know what I'm thinking about? A lot of people saying that he ducked Xander and that's a cherry pick now, and everybody's saying no, he's not ducking Xander because Tszyu would have won that first fight had he not got the cut. I was thinking, I was like, y'all realize that he didn't really want to fight Tszyu after he won that first fight, right? Like, he really didn't. Like, he wasn't. He said, "Oh, we're gonna have the rematch."
About that Spence fight.
Yeah, he really wanted that Spence fight.
You're talking about Sebastian?
Yeah, Sebastian really didn't want to fight Tszyu, and then wait, but then Tszyu gets knocked the fuck out, like truly the dog shit beat out of him.
Yeah,
and then magically the next year he wants to fight the guy.
So look, I know. Like, I'm not. I see it that, like, yo, we didn't see enough, and Joey Spencer's not the guy that was going to give us the answers that we needed. You know what I mean? He's not, and we don't know that Tim isn't damaged goods because Joey didn't give us those answers, right?
So Joey was premature ejaculation, is what you're saying?
He was pre-cum, bro. You ever got a bitch pregnant off pre-cum? It's disgraceful.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm blessed I made it to 26.
But here's
fuck that.
Wait, Ray. Here's the thing. Tim didn't look gun shy in the Joey Spencer fight. He didn't look like Devin. He didn't. He went for the shots. He just went about it in a smart way, but he was still Tim. You see what I'm getting at?
Okay, quick counterpoint to this then. Devin Haney was not that far from that performance that he had before, that he had last time.
Wait. No, you're saying that Devin's performance with Jose was not that far off from Timmy's performance with
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, if you go look at how Devin fights, like, really, I thought about it for a second while I was on the train contemplating why the fuck I stood in the sun for that long. I was just like, yo, you know what I'm thinking about? It's like a lot of people saying, yo, he grabbed a lot. I'm like, yeah, he's always grabbed a lot. When somebody came close to him, he always grabbed a lot. You can see there's some less swagger there, like, but
Ray, he was more timid than usual. I've seen Devin since he went pro. Well, no, I didn't see the Mexican fights, but I've seen most of his fights the last 5 years. If not, all of his fights the last 5 years at least. And he does try for more punches. Honestly, as slow on his feet as Jose was, he should have been a piñata for you, Devin. He should have been that. You're tall enough, long enough, and fast enough to get in with some 1-2s, then get out of there, then roll out of there. You didn't want to do nothing, bro. Like, you didn't want to do nothing.
And we're in the year 2025. Do you know what Jose was doing in the year 2012, bro? Fucking 13 years ago in the fucking Olympics. This dude's ready to be out the game. He's
should,
done.
yeah.
Come
If
on
you
now.
if you can't have it all year, look. Here's an example. If that were Boots with that Jose gets knocked out for the first time.
Has
Brian
Devin Haney
Norman.
ever been
Wait a
close
minute.
to Boots,
Brian Norman. That would be a great fight while it lasts because they're both going to trade punches in the phone booth. But Brian Norman wins the fight. Now, that's essentially saying that this guy's ready to get knocked out by somebody. But Devin, you just not you.
Haney hasn't gotten a stoppage since the last Trump administration.
For real. You know what I'm saying?
Probably before that, actually.
So let me read the super chat. Pork Chop says, howdy, it's ASVP. Had to rebrand. Shout out to Pork Chops. I got some in the freezer. Do you like Tszyu? Because I got to take a piss. The question for the panel.
Yeah, I like Tszyu.
Who likes Tszyu to win the rematch and who doesn't?
I got
Tszyu to win the rematch because
I think Tszyu will win the rematch, fellas. But I want to talk more about how Devin Haney's fucked.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
Is it in the mouth or in the butt?
Let's talk about Devin Haney. Fuck him.
He's
What's
fucked,
up,
bro.
Drew?
Like, who does he
What
fight?
happened, Drew?
Who does he fight?
Shit.
I'm picking Rolly. I swear to fucking God.
Rolly said no
Man, he
already.
should just stick his head up his ass and fight for air.
After what I
Romero
saw
should
Rolly do under Salas and how gun shy Devin is, Devin
Devin Haney at what weight? At 147 or 140?
at 147. Devin ain't making 140
Haney's
unless he's
food,
taking
bro.
pits.
Nobody,
Haney's
dude.
food.
Nobody. He's not gonna win any. He's not gonna beat anybody.
No, I think he'll beat most of the guys at 47.
No, you're tripping.
You lost me, gang.
Dude, I thought I wouldn't have given anybody the win for that Friday card.
The only way he becomes a champion at 147 is either through
you thought Jose beat Devin?
No. I wouldn't have given anybody a fucking win.
Are you picking Boots over Devin at 47?
I would have withheld both their fucking persons.
No, I don't think
Exactly.
I don't think he'd get past Boots and Norman, but I'll give him good chances against Mario Barrios.
Connor Ben whoops Devin Haney's ass after what I saw against Ben.
Dude, I see Connor Ben.
Let's pause for a second.
Beating the shit out of him for honestly.
This guy just said that Devin Haney would beat most welterweights, and then just said, "All right, he wouldn't beat most of the welterweight champions, but he would also beat most welterweights."
Well, I mean,
like who? Like if you can't, you can't decisively
you guys remember how Jules mentioned how some people they'll defend the style of Haney or Shakur because what they're really defending is Mayweather. Yeah, that's that guy over there.
No, I don't think it's a defending Mayweather. I think it's I feel like people get emotional and they get things they really don't want.
You know what I mean? I don't get how do you defend that Haney's actions.
I mean, it's
because
boxing.
he's defending Mayweather. Really,
it's just boxing.
No.
That's not boxing. That is not boxing.
Yes, it is. I mean,
no, it's not.
A legitimate question. Like,
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry that your guy didn't look good.
I'll trust the Hall of Fame trainers that I be in the gym with to tell me that that's not boxing. That's not boxing.
Like, I'm sorry. Hold on. Wait. What do you mean, your guy?
Your guy, whoever it is, didn't look good.
Your guy didn't look good.
This is just some
outrage.
This
outrage I see online is funny.
It's okay. You got to be on code. I get it.
No, it's not on code thing. It's just
comes in here
bro, boo-hoo. It's like
that's not boxing.
I'm not with the.
That is not boxing. What Chocolatito does is boxing. What Pernell Whitaker does is boxing.
Like
what Devin Haney does is not boxing.
You just got in there and walked forward, so you went like, what the fuck? No,
that's not boxing. What Devin Haney does. What Chocolatito does is boxing. What Pernell Whitaker does is boxing.
It is what it is.
Anyway, man, I got Fundora beating Tszyu, man.
Good man.
What?
You got Fundora beating him?
I got Fundora.
That took me a second to register. What the fuck are you saying?
That's crazy. Fundora's a belt holder for the PBC. Like he's
he's
a fraud.
I mean, he won the first time, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, man. I was thinking about. I was like, yeah, the cut's a factor, drains your energy. It's hard to see, but I think the fight pans out the same fucking way without a cut like that.
Fundora sucks, bro. Fundora's
bro.
If he sucks, he wouldn't have beat Tszyu the first time.
Hold up. Let me just please.
Tszyu lost because he couldn't.
Brian Mendoza packed that nigga up, and Brian Mendoza don't even punch like that.
Exactly, dude. Like Fundora's not a dude. He's not that great, dude. He's a good fighter, but he's not a world champion
level.
Are we?
I mean,
Are
I
we?
always
Are we
suspect
sure?
everybody would love Fundora how he fights. Shit.
Like,
Can
are
I
we sure that Zoo is back? Are we
can I ask an
100%?
even better question? And I know this is gonna sound fucked up. On how world class is Zoo really?
I mean, he got
I mean,
knocked
he's
out
world
by
class
old
when his
boy,
daddy
man,
ain't
right
there
after the
watching.
Fundora fight. Like, what the fuck?
I'm not. I'm like, look, like
He's
how like
overrated when people were talking about him, but he's a good
what
fighter.
are the fights like that he really like
No,
had that
that's what I'm
everybody's just
saying.
Listen,
like,
He
yo,
saw
that
hard.
shit was
my
amazing.
argument. Listen, I'm not saying that Zoo is like a great fighter either. He's better than Fundora, but I'm not saying like he's the world beater or he's going to be undisputed or anything
Barely.
like that. He's better than Fundora. Fundora is not as good as him, and he's not as good as a lot of people are.
Like Sinzu's barely.
I don't know,
better
man.
than
I
Fundora,
just
like,
I don't buy the Fundora thing. I don't buy it at all. I
Hey.
see him as a champion. I see him as a fraud.
I mean, you
I'm
ain't
not
got to buy
saying
nothing,
buy
but
it.
results are results, bro. So, hey, man.
He won, and it's like it's not like Zoo's coming off a spectacular form. You beat up a really, let's be honest, a very, very bad can in Joey Spencer and pretended like it was something special. Like the shit I saw some people like were trying to advertise for that fight, not like
Well,
fans or anything.
I mean, I don't know if
But
you're
the promotion was
confused. I don't know if you're
insane.
confused with Keith Thurman's Australian bum that he fought. That was a fucking
No,
Oh, that
Joey
Brock Jarvis.
Spencer
Brock Jarvis.
fucking sucks. I've seen Joey Spencer before. That is one of the like stiff, not good punch selection, not good defense, nothing special about him, no elite speed, no elite anything. And he walked into that ring and I knew it was gonna happen. It was not an interesting fight. That should not be
Can I
enough to
say
get to a title
something?
shot.
Okay, but who do you
Yeah,
want him to fight
Can I
after
say
two
something?
losses? Like after
sure.
two losses, one of them being a devastating loss. Who would you have him fight? He's got to fight somebody that's not that great to come back. Like he's got to have a comeback fight somehow. Those two losses were fucking horrible.
We're trying to say, Leo. Let him
Yeah,
out.
No,
Leo.
but why everyone pretends that fucking Fundora versus when he got knocked the fuck out that other guy?
Bohachuk?
What? No, I'm
Ryan
talking about.
Mendoza.
No, wait a minute, guys. Now Don's here. Don, is the old man Pacquiao too old for the young lion Mario Barrios? That's the question
young
of the night.
lion. Okay.
Young lion, man.
You mean the young hyena? Listen, is he that broke? Is he really that broke?
I think it's honestly, I don't think it could be money. That's the most obvious.
I mean,
answer.
because what else could it be, bro?
But he's also still doing the politician thing. So what if he's trying to keep fighting to then get more votes? Is that far fetched?
No.
Yeah, I mean, imagine coming up to your political
money for the
rival with
money for the
fucking world
campaign,
title.
Jules. Campaign money.
Well, doesn't he have sponsors over there?
But
Yeah,
you always need more. He likes to donate. So
hold on, he didn't win by a huge unanimous. Like he didn't get a lot of the votes when he ran for president. People thought that he was going to do really well, and he ended up being like fourth runner up or something. Like he didn't do well.
God damn.
Like he didn't do that well. I mean,
did he do worse than Kamala?
I don't think anyone
he
could.
did just as good.
I think Bernie did better than Kamala.
Oh shit! Shout out to
they
J
robbed
Nels,
Bernie.
dude. Them pro box, them pro boxers beating everybody ass in
Hey.
terms of the ring girls.
Oh, bro, them
them
pro box
Jules.
bitches is
Hey, they don't fuck
wild.
around, bro.
They're
They
not
don't
fucking around out there.
This is
Talking
their
about
side
they
job.
got cards,
They
gotta
got
watch
Their
fight.
main job.
bro.
Their main
Let me
job
go
is
to
stripping.
Fig. Let me go to Fig. Fig, is Manny too old for this, or is he about to turn back the hands of time?
Yes, he's old as fuck. I do not want to see that shit. I feel bad. I felt bad watching the Ugas fight. I do not want to see Manny Pacquiao get beat up. Shit bad. Shit fucking.
Shout
I
out
feel
to
bad for who got his eyebrows.
shout out to Keenan. Sissoko is the mandatory for Barrios via the WBC. How boring would Sissoko versus Haney fight be, and who wins? Also, Barrios versus Sissoko, who wins? Well, here's the thing. Because Suleiman Sissoko, one, it's the WBC. That means they reserve the right to not order that fight. Like, you understand that if it were the IBF or the WBO, then there would be, the clock would be ticking. But it's the WBC. They're going to keep the way clear for Manny to do what he wants if he wins, or Mario to do what he wants if he wins. So, well, yeah, he's the interim or whatever the fuck it is. It's up to them to order the fight. And personally,
And, who is Sissoko with?
Sissoko used to be with Matchroom a long time ago. He's an unbeaten guy. He moved down from junior middle because when he started, he was up there at junior middle. So he's a big welterweight. I heard, I didn't get to see it because no U.S. broadcaster picked it up. That Sissoko got knocked out the fucking ring by Mean Machine, but he still found a way to win. So I don't know if this is I don't know if this is a robbery. Like, I don't know if it's a robbery. But
Manny fight like tension or something, or with like
he fought like a fucking big Japanese guy who was gonna fight Ryan, and the big
like
Japanese guy,
like
he fucked
tension.
him up.
The guy that fought.
No, not Tenshin Nuksukau. That was the Mayweather guy. The little guy.
Yeah.
Super bantamweight, like when Floyd fought him. He's a super bantamweight, not that guy. Manny fought a junior middleweight kickboxer. Guy's a junior middleweight. He's a big guy, bigger than Ryan. Because if you go back and you look at the pictures, the guy's actually bigger than Ryan in terms of height and
Ryan
build.
Garcia?
Yeah, he's bigger than Ryan. He's fucking Manny up.
He was fucking Manny up.
Yeah, he was fucking Manny up, man. Didn't he
win the fight? Didn't he win?
No, it was an exhibition, so there was no outcome.
Okay.
There was no outcome. But if you see it, yeah, he's fucking Manny up. Like, yeah, he's fucking Manny up.
I mean, that's what I'm saying, bro. It's got to be for money.
But that was a junior middleweight, is what I'm saying.
I know, but he's fighting exhibition fights. Like, stick to that.
I mean, he's never been business minded, Manny. So him burning through all the cash he made is entirely possible.
Fuck, dude.
He's never been good with money.
Can you imagine making that much money and just burning it?
Manny's not good with money like you're not good at pulling out.
Hey, Jules.
Yeah, facts.
You go ahead,
Hey, Jules.
Stop asking for permission, bro. You're not in class.
Well, no, I ain't asking permission.
Jules?
Every time I try to talk, motherfuckers want to talk over me.
Bro, just interrupt everybody like the rest of us.
Just fucking come out with it, country. Jesus.
Country, you have no fucking problem. Country, you have no problem interrupting for the fucking chat.
You fucking fat bastard. Now, what's your take on Romero Rosquero? I thought that was a hell of a fight.
Oh no, it was a beautiful fight, but it was a robbery. I mean, like, I don't want to get too into it right now because I'm going to save it for the recap, but it's cool that Mayeli was coming forward the whole time, but you're a piñata. She can't miss you with the right hand. She could throw the shit from the parking lot and hit you with the fucking right hand. So it's cool
yesterday.
It's cool that Flores was coming forward the whole fight. It's cool. But realistically, the most I gave Flores was 3 rounds, maybe 4. And that's
getting hit though, for real.
Not as much, but not as much as the difference is Romero's getting hit, so is Mayeli. Mayeli's punches are having a more noticeable effect. I'll give her that. That when you do land, it does seem heavier, but you're still getting hit a lot more, just way more than she is. She can't miss you, and you don't really start coming on until second half of the fight. By then, you should have been down by a few rounds. So, to me, it was a robbery. I already thought it was a 50-50 fight going in. If you look at the video I did about it, I thought it was a 50-50 fight because it's like, yeah, Mayeli bought that action. She is. But seeing it, that looked like a robbery. And that's not the first time a girl got robbed on Pro Box.
They're going to run it back?
No. I think Mayeli, now that she has a belt, she becomes Ellie Scottney's problem. And I'm sorry to say that as much as I love Ellie, that could be a very difficult fight because you don't punch as hard as the Argentine. If the Argentine couldn't get respect, I don't know what you're going to do, dog. That's a good fight, though. It's a good fight. Good fight.
It is. But country, you interrupt to update us on the fucking chat and bots. You can't interrupt us to give a boxing take?
Like Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, who's died lately?
Y'all leave country alone. Fuck.
Drew,
I can't win with you motherfuckers. If I say something, oh man, you interrupt, shut the fuck up.
No,
don't start acting like somebody else. Country. You sound like Kiwi now.
Nothing,
Drew, is Manny too old for this fight?
In regular boxing, yes. In PBC boxing, he's prime.
He's ready, man.
Drew has a point.
Listen, Drew, this is just the beginning.
And marinated long enough, like, right?
Baby.
Now, Jules, do you expect Manning to be on PEDS for this fight?
I mean, I do. Look. We're all, I think we're all very, very cynical. And the thing is that what's in the back of my head, I don't know that I'm ready to run with it, but it's that you don't make any money from Mario Barrios having that belt. You don't like that. Come on, that dude couldn't sell out a wing dinner, right?
Yeah.
If you give Manny that belt, if you just finagle a way to get him that belt, Now you have a Romero fight you can make.
Oh, dude, they could string that belt along for like a year and a half, dude.
Right? Or somebody said it earlier, a Gervonta Davis fight that, look, the WBC title is more valuable to you if Manny has it. Mario's had it for a while now.
Hasn't done shit.
Every division where the PBC
Damn, you
plants
think
his
Tank will
flag,
go
it
to
goes to
47?
shit.
Like,
The
that's
PBC is
crazy.
where belts go to die. Like they just like look
Yeah,
at
that's where
Fundora.
divisions go to fucking stagnate and go to hell.
Yeah,
Hey,
dude.
Jules, hey, that's his new name. You just call him Marios. Hey, that's his new name, bro.
Marios.
That's Marios, bro.
Mario's, yo, Mario's,
Marios, bro.
fucking Mario's, bro.
Do they serve pizza there?
Right? Like, you know, Andy Ruiz, he actually bought a pizza shop over there in California.
No
in
shit,
other
Andy
news.
Ruiz.
Yeah, he
Well,
did. He
It
opened up a
looks
pizza
like
shop.
Pizzeria, man.
Looks
Now,
like
now,
he.
now he's got to try to not get high on his own supply.
Hey, shout out to pizza, man.
But
He's making pizza rolls, dude. He's having fun.
it's just a glaring discrepancy that Mario Barrios with the WBC title makes you no money. It doesn't make any money anywhere. It doesn't. But Manny with the title, yeah, now you cooking with rice. You could do some fights with
You got
that.
a name
So,
attached to that shit. Yeah. ain't got
yeah.
legacy. Yeah.
So
Big
so
Rolo.
Big Rolo, man, and Big Rolo said he wanted. You know.
Rolio. Shout out to
Rolly the
Rolio,
retard
man.
Romero.
If Rolo fights Ennis, even if he loses, I'll give him his flowers because
He's not gonna fight Ennis. He already
Oh,
said
did
that,
he?
like,
Okay.
he already said that's not happening. That's not
Yeah, he's
happening.
Yeah, because you get knocked out. Period.
Oh, come on, like,
Okay, Julius, about those fights, because I think your perception is shared with Pacquiao, meaning that, yeah, I think Pacquiao is thinking the same thing you do, that Mario Barros ain't shit. That's why he's taking this fight is for a world title.
yep.
Now, do you think for Manny Pacquiao is the sufficient angling with Rolly Romero and Gervonta Davis to take those fights?
I mean, like, let's look at it from this perspective. Look at how far they went to get Rolly Romero a title at 140. Look at what they were willing to do.
Yeah, no, I'm picking Manny.
Yeah,
bro.
blatant robbery.
Right, and look at what happened in the Gervonta Davis fight. That in front of everyone who came, and everybody who saw it at home, there was a knockdown scored. Didn't rule it a knockdown. It's
This is
pretty
what
bad.
it is.
It's pretty bad over there, Leo.
It is.
Like,
Jules, Manny
No, no, no,
Pacquiao,
no,
win, Manny
what
Pacquiao
I-
winning, Leo, keeps the
Drew,
lights
why
on.
are you
what
why are
I-
you interrupting, Leo?
No,
When
what I
Leo
am,
is talking, nobody talks. Now, when
Facts.
country's talking, you can interrupt.
Yeah,
Fuck
Fuck you, country.
yeah, because his country's all.
no,
Oh,
I'm not
country,
talking
dude.
that. I'm not
Fucking
talking
Jules,
that.
man. I
I'm
swear.
sorry,
But-
country, but Michael's not here,
You're
so we have
not
to fuck with
sorry.
you.
Nobody.
You're next in line. Hey, you know,
Sorry,
hey,
okay?
Michael's not here. You
No,
on
but
deck, bro.
Leo, go ahead. Leo, go ahead.
No, but you're talking if those fights happen. I'm talking about does Manny Pacquiao takes those fights against
think
Rolly
so, but-
Romero?
I think so. You don't?
I don't.
You might accidentally beat
Leo.
Rolly's ass too.
Leo, the thing is that if Manny can parlay that into a win and more money, more pay-per-views, you think his old fucking ass, do you really think his old ass is here for a one and done? And then, I don't know, back to Jinky and 46-year-old sex?
No, this is the undisputed run of Manny Pacquiao.
Do
I
you
don't know
think
about
he's
all that.
really coming
Both.
back for a one-off?
I got Manny beating Boots. Fuck it.
No,
Bro,
what you guys are,
Manny
you guys
sat
aren't
back and
Capricorns. You guys, hold on, you guys aren't
Manny sat back
Capricorns.
and realized 147 went to shit, so he stood up like Thanos and was like, "Fine, I got to do it myself."
No, you're not a Capricorn. So you're not as smart.
No, he's about
Manny
to go collect
Pacquiao's
all the
bringing
Infinity Stones. Bro.
Manny Pacquiao's being brought back to fucking keep the lights on over there at PBC by doing this pay-per-view. They could sell the fucking guy with the belt, and they could actually move up Tank to fight him at 47.
Well, the other thing about that is don't get to it. While somebody made the suggestion that Tank could fight him, right? And I don't rule
Yep.
that out. I don't rule that out. But at the same time, if Tank wins the Roach fight, he's going into the Paul fight, guys. That's established that that's what he was gonna do if it wouldn't have been a
Fucking
draw.
ridiculous.
Okay, that's even more crazy because
Wait,
because
Go
we're
ahead.
saying Tank looks terrible. Will look terrible at 47, How the fuck what weight would Paul and Tank fight at?
But no, and look, the other
Exactly.
thing is that kind of begs the question: are Jake's fights even real? Because you're a cruiserweight.
Fuck no.
That guy is a lightweight. There's no middle ground. Like, what's the middle ground for a
Tank's
lightweight? Cruiserweight.
Tank's there to be great,
Tank's
bro.
gonna be like punching at his
Yo.
nipples.
Bro,
He's
Jake
gonna be punching his ankles, bro.
You have
Chop
to
down
jump
that
and
tree.
punch up.
You know what
No,
I'm
but
saying?
Julius, that fight is gonna be similar to the Mike Tyson fight. It's gonna be an exhibition.
I don't know that.
No,
Yeah,
what I mean
but-
is they'll bill it as a real fight, but behind the scenes it's an exhibition.
But that's what I mean. That questioning the legitimacy of Jake Paul's fights. How legitimate are they when you're talking about fighting a lightweight? What is the middle ground?
He's not legitimate at all.
No, but look, when there is an exhibition, there's not necessary. It's not necessary that you have to go into an agreement about the weight. Do you remember, for example, that Oscar De La Hoya versus
Shaquille O'Neal?
Yeah, versus Shaquille O'Neal. That was an exhibition, and Shaquille O'Neal obviously was bigger than Oscar.
No. Yeah, like if they tell you that it's an exhibition, because that was billed as an exhibition. My thing is that, to the point that I think Alex just made it, the way they build Jake Paul's fights, they're billing them as fights, actual recorded contests on BoxRec for the record keepers. They didn't say that the Gervonta Davis fight was going to be an exhibition, but to the point that was made, oh, maybe it actually is, because I don't see a middle ground for a lightweight and a cruiserweight.
But
There is, you can't meet him in the middle.
Wasn't the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul an exhibition?
No, that
Behind
was a
the
real
scenes.
fight. No.
That's my point.
It's recorded on BoxRec, bro.
That's my point. Yes, that's what Jules is trying to say. That was billed as a real fight, but clearly we all watched it. Mike Tyson pulled and held back so many punches where he could have crushed that dude, and he just eased up at the last second.
I didn't see that.
Bro, I'm telling you, man. I watched that fight twice. Watched things in slow motion. Like, bro, Tyson.
I agree with that.
Him like 8 times and held back, bro.
I didn't see that at all.
I
I
guarantee you there was
I saw that.
Hold on. Y'all can argue all you want, but I'm just saying, I guarantee you there was a behind the scenes deal where it was like, hey, Tyson, don't kill him, and Paul, don't hurt the old man. Let's just keep it fun. Let's get paid. I'm
just saying, because this is brazen. Like, bro, you're fighting. You're talking about fighting a lightweight. There's no middle ground for a lightweight and a cruiserweight. You're not meeting in the middle. I don't know what Tank is going to go in there at the very most. What, 160?
Yo, Jules, can I just say that, like, this conversation here it feels gayer than most conversations we have.
It does feel gay.
Yeah, like regular gay ones are cool. This one's getting out of hand, bro.
But like this is brazen ass fucking.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like eye contact and shit, bro. Like, this is wild, bro.
Well, how do you make eye contact with somebody you're fucking in the ass?
2 guys in a flag.
They got to turn back and look at you.
Mirror.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got
Right.
no man knows.
Mirrors, right?
Pardon me, I heard slow fucking is what I heard. It's
slow
crazy.
blows. Shout out to slow blows.
Well, you can go missionary and fucking the ass. It's like
I'm so fucking tired of the PBC.
Be on the side.
You can do the banana splits going fucking the ass too.
Fucking banana splits, bro.
Banana splits and fucking the ass, dude. Still do that,
But just saying, back to the Pacquiao shit. In a word, while we all agree that Manny's fucking old, 3 years removed from the sport, and he looked old the last time we saw him, I just feel that it's not outside the realm of possibility that the PBC might want to put the belt in his hands, because Mario's not gonna make you no money, bro. Like, he's not. Like, that dude's not a draw, bro. He can't draw a bath. He ain't gonna draw shit. Who's fucking with a lighter?
Yeah, what the fuck is going on over there?
What do you got? One of those old
lighting something?
Bro,
no, it's actually.
I thought he's doing 2 things. Either he's loading a magazine or he's got a lighter. Because that's what that shit sound like. It sound like
high, man.
That's what that shit sound like when you load a magazine, or you have a Zippo lighter, or a lighter that doesn't have enough butane in it.
Yeah.
Bro, if I'm being honest though, I think I honestly feel like 3 years removed, 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao could still whoop Barrios' ass. Barrios sucks, bro.
Come on, you can't. That's just come on.
Abel Ramos, bro. Abel Ramos.
Bro, Barrios.
Abel Ramos did hard than a
Pacquiao, for as
motherfucker.
old as he is,
Who he hit hard than a
that little
motherfucker besides
still hits
Mario?
hard.
Ugas, I guess.
Bro, Ugas. Oh yeah, Ugas. I mean, you look at Abel Ramos record.
Why'd you help him,
hits,
Ray?
bro.
Why'd you do
Because
why?
I remember that fight, and I don't.
I
and I'm
remember
not
that
gonna
fight
try to
All
sell
too.
Pacquiao.
second question of the night. Tomorrow in the land of the rising sun, my home, Kazuto Ioka will be shut your ass up. Kazuto Ioka will be fighting Puma Martinez for the second time. How do we feel?
I didn't see it the first time, to be real.
It was a great fight, honestly. It was a great fight. It was a great fight. And it was one of those fights where it's like, what do you like? Because yeah, Puma's coming forward, he's getting off, but Kazuto's a great counterpuncher. That's kind of his detriment that, you know, when you're the counterpuncher, when you play that game, you're making a decision to be second. So you're making a decision to do that, and you're letting the other guy lead, which, yeah, that could give the judges the impression that, you know, he's the ring general. You're going off of what he's doing. And if you don't do what you need to do often enough, well, you end up like Kazuto, needing a rematch.
If it's cherry blossom season in Japan, I got Ioka, man.
I don't know, man. I saw the fight, like, it didn't even look like that to me. It looked like every single punch that I saw come from, like, Puma, it just looked like 12 times harder than anything coming back from Ioka, like, easy.
Yeah.
Like, it looked like he was getting hit with a hammer.
Do you so you've got Puma?
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, I'll take Puma. I'll take Puma for the
Leo,
rematch.
you feel that way?
I'm gonna go with Kazuto.
Why?
I think he can figure him out. I think the first time he was really bothered by the power. You can see it. That motherfucker here's like a fucking mule.
It's hard. It's hard.
Yeah, but now that he experienced that, I think he can go with the game plan because that fight was fucking close. Was really fucking close. And Puma was getting hurt on that fight to the body. I do remember that shit. So even if Kazuto, I think he's gonna pull it off.
Shout out to Pork Chop. Wait, I read that one already. Shout out to motherfucking M.A. Bustamante Saludos Ring. Not everyone can be Big George. He had an entire comeback campaign, not one fight. Comeback fights are more like Sugar Ray versus Camacho. I agree that, you know, George, before he fights Michael Mora, he had like 8-9 fights before he even fought Michael Mora. One of them was with Evander Holyfield. So it wasn't a one and done like, yeah, I'm back and I'm fighting for a title. No, that took years for him to finally get there to fight for that title and win that title. So
yeah, and the other thing is the two more famous guys that been fighting like at that old age were Hopkins and Thurman.
Yep.
But what those guys have in common is when they were campaigning those weight classes, they were never undersized.
Yeah.
So yeah, they were older. They were older. Everything you can say about that, but in the case of Manny Pacquiao, that guy is too little. If you don't have your legs, you're not gonna win any fights.
Well, also, Hopkins wasn't coming off a long stint of inactivity. You know what I mean? Like, he was active. And the same applies to George. George didn't come off the couch straight into the Maurer fight. He built himself up to the Maurer fight.
Also, another thing, too, is like, one, George Foreman is a heavyweight. So coming back just might not be that hard because you're still going to maintain your power regardless.
Yeah.
And then, two, what's it called? When it comes to like Hopkins or Foreman, especially Hopkins, when you think about it, when he got older, his style just stopped being based off of like athleticism. In fact, his style was never really based off athleticism.
He was never really
Manny's,
athletic. Even at 160, he wasn't athletic.
Yeah.
He wasn't.
Manny's only style has been athleticism, really. Like, he's rarely ever been, that explosion has been the only really great thing about Manny Pacquiao.
I do agree. And I'm not trying to shit on him, by the way, but yeah, once he lost that hop, and you could see it in the Horn fight. When he now we can say briefly that he got the hop back in the Thurman fight. He had it.
No, he didn't. Thurman sucks.
No. He did, like when he did his Manny Pacquiao shit. He does this thing where he shuffles, then he lets go of 3 jabs, and he caught. It's like he'll do a thing. He'll do the little hop, bang bang bang, and then bring the backhand over, and that's how he knocked Thurman down.
But yeah, that's why I say I'm not seeing that, because I remember when he fought Ugas. I'm not gonna say I think Ugas is way better than Thurman, but I think at that time you could say he's better than the Thurman that Pacquiao fought, right? And he goes against Ugas, and he's doing that hop, he's doing those explosive punches. And I'm seeing people say, "Yo, look, Pac is back," and I'm watching. I'm like, "Yo, that nigga is not doing shit right now.
But wait,
Like he's doing a whole bunch of nothing."
that's the thing about the Ugas fight. I can't stress that enough. That was the okey doke, bro. You train to fight Errol. You're not training for the same things that you train for with Ugas. Like you're not, bro. Errol is an inside fighter and a body puncher. You train for him. You're not training for a guy you have to chase. Whereas with Ugas, yeah, man, he had to. If he wasn't ready for that kind of fight. Ugas was boxing and moving and jabbing and countering. That ain't what Manny was getting ready for. He was getting ready for a brawl. So yeah, I think it matters that he got swapped out at the last minute. And Mario, that's another motherfucker. You ain't gotta chase Mario. You don't. He'll come to you.
And on top of that, Mario sucks.
And he's shit.
Yeah,
So
what Manny
hey,
Pacquiao,
hey.
what Pacquiao, what made him great was his ability to go in and out of range and deliver fast combinations and take angles. For that, you need your legs. When I was watching the you guys fight, why is not doing any of that shit? Maybe it was for what you say, Julius, because wasn't training for a fucking Ugas. But for me, yeah, you got old. You lost your legs.
And that's a fair point and the other thing is I'm not a wide-eyed optimist. I'm cynical, which is the only reason I'm even entertaining Manny winning the fight. But he was coming off of 2 years of inactivity with Ugas. Now it's 3 years of inactivity with Mario. So yeah, he could lose the fight. I'm not even saying that he can't. But at the same time, I think it matters that you can't sell Mario Barrios, bro. You can't. You're not gonna make no money. So PBC benefits more if old Pacquiao turns back the hands of time long enough that they could feed him to Big Rolo.
Wait, could I
What time
ask
is
a
that
question real
Ioka
quick?
fight? Like 5 a.m. type shit?
Yeah, 5 a.m. type shit.
Can I ask a question real quick? So it's like, what
Does
would be more
Rolly?
painful? And this is for the panel. Would it be for Pacquiao to just lose to Mario Barrios and call it a day, or he wins that fight by bullshit and then loses to like Tank or Rolly?
Oh no, that would be worse, man.
No,
You
no.
want to lose to Rolly Romero, bro?
If
Okay, let
Manny
me just say
Pacquiao,
Tank
if,
because let
Fuck,
me not say
dude.
Rolly. That
no,
shit
no,
sounds
if
horrible.
Manny Pacquiao loses to Rolly Romero, I will unsubscribe from Rina Q.
Why you getting
Damn.
do nothing, bro?
Why I gotta be all that for?
I didn't do nothing. It's not my fucking fault.
What you
No, no,
say
no,
fuck
no,
me
no,
No, I
for?
don't
no, no.
think
Fuck.
Pacquiao beats anybody. Like Pacquiao
Listen,
is
man.
done. Like,
I would agree with you if boxing wasn't corrupt and crooked, bro. I would agree with you. And
Yeah.
the effort, what I saw in the Ishmael Barroso fight, I said, like, yo, I literally said, however they're gonna, I said it, they're gonna get Rolly that belt. By hook or by crook, they're gonna get Rolly that belt.
Yeah.
Initially, they announced it as the Puelo fight, realizing that Puelo is too dangerous for Rolly. They swap him out. Puelo mysteriously tests positive for narcotic dildos. He's out. Old man Barroso comes in. Old man Barroso is
And
too much for.
Barroso, bro.
He was too
Baboso.
much for.
Baboso
He
whooped
was
his
too
ass,
much
bro.
for Rolly. And what do
Whooped
they
his
do?
ass.
past narcotics.
Narcotic dildos, bro. Okay. And even he was. My point is, do you see the lengths they went to ensure that Rolly got a belt?
So, like, essentially, Pac-Man fuck around, lose that fight, and walk away with a belt.
Yeah, he might get might do for Rolly what they do for him what they did for Rolly. Shout out to Harris. Prime Spence versus Thurman. Who would have won? My honest opinion, Errol Spence Jr. off of the body attack. Now that doesn't mean. Now here's the thing. That fight is closer than people think because Errol's defense has never been great. I'll give me the Keith Thurman that fought Sean Porter. I think that's the best version of Keith Thurman I've ever seen.
Fuck yeah.
That Thurman might catch Errol with some shit. But if the Crawford fight proved one thing about Errol, and this is saying a lot because I hate his fans, but I don't hate him. Errol is a tough son of a bitch. He wouldn't stay down. He wanted to keep going. He wouldn't stay down. So if we're talking about a prime Errol, I figure Keith Thurman scores one knockdown, maybe hurts Errol in the fight, but Errol outdogs him. Stops him to the body. That's what I think. If we're in their prime.
And Thurman was
It's
weak in the
hard to get
body.
the Thurman.
Errol had too much pride to stay down.
It's
man.
not that
He was-
fucking hard. Soto Caras was able to get to him. Fucking Louis Collazo was able to get to him.
Yeah. You're
It's
right.
not that
You're right.
hard.
You're right.
Fucking Luisito Lopez, Riverside
But the
Rocky
prime
was.
Thurman, yeah.
I mean, like Thurman's prime didn't last very long because, and I'm gonna say it, I don't think he was ever really that good. His resume didn't age that well. The crown jewel of your resume was Danny Gersha, who did fuck all at welterweight, and Sean Porter. That's really it, dog. That's your resume. That's it. Unless, like, what other high profile wins does he have?
Damn.
Yeah.
You-
I thought
Yo,
he beat
welterweight
Pacquiao
is
personally. but I'm not
ass.
sure.
I
Well,
thought
Luisito
that
Lo-
I thought at the very most in the Pacquiao fight, that's 6 rounds to 6 with a difference of the knockdown.
I
And that's
scored
it.
it.
And that's
14-16.
if you want to give, like, I didn't give Thurman the benefit of the doubt, but at the very most, I saw maybe this is 6 rounds to 6 and the knockdown is what separates you. Maybe, but that's being generous. I'm not actually very generous. So yeah, fuck Thurman. I think he's gonna go back into retirement now because he's not fighting Timmy, right? He's not fighting Timmy.
Yeah. I don't know why he doesn't. I don't know why Tszyu don't take that fight next.
Who's in
Because it's
charge
not
of
for a title. It's not for a title. I mean, it's not for you
I mean, it's
fight.
still good money. Like they've been building it up,
who's in charge of No Limit? That was the dumbest shit I've seen. You're gonna
No,
pay
but
this guy. You're gonna pay this guy $1 million to come fight a journeyman, just for what the fuck?
I mean, the real thing is that this the thing. Those guys down there, they are starstruck by Americans. I can see it already because they keep finding ways to get you. Like, I like those guys down there, but I can see, the Americans are hustling you. When they lured Tim to Minneapolis to the armory for Terrell Gachet, you don't realize they were trying to get you out off that spot. That's what they were trying to do. You figure, oh, we're in with the PBC. We're with the Americans now. Yeah. Nah, they was trying to fuck you. I still maintain that, when they swapped out Keefe at the last minute for Sebastian, that was them trying to fuck you again. The whole time you were chasing Charlo, it was never going to happen. You just didn't know that. You weren't in on the gag that, Charlo's never going to fight you. I mean, he's never going to fight you, ever. Now they lure you to America for Sebastian Fundora, where they can fuck you on the cards.
Yeah, he got Marcellus Wallace.
Yeah, to me, they're jerking you off.
There's a lot of sex on the channel tonight, dog. It's a lot of sex.
A lot of sex, man.
Real
It's a lot of
sex.
sex.
Real sexual up in here tonight, fam. You know what I mean?
And they put you on the undercard,
Y'all
which
make
is
me proud to
fucking
be part of this
crazy.
panel, man. I'm proud of y'all, man.
You could have been in Australia, main event. Nah, you keep letting the Americans it's like they playing with you, dog. Like that, you can't see it. But what saves Timmy in the fight is he has the ability to take this out of the judge's hands, because go back and watch the fight. Before the cut opens, Sebastian was on his way to getting knocked out in the first 2 rounds.
Bro, Brian Mendoza packed that dude up, and Brian Mendoza don't hit like that.
Yeah, why everyone forget that shit? The Brian Mendoza fight, you got knocked the fuck out.
Just because everybody saw it coming eventually because of his style.
Yeah,
I think that's the one prediction that everybody in the YTBC, no matter who you are, I think everybody at least once has said Sebastian gonna get knocked the fuck out one of these days. And
when it happened, it was like, okay.
No,
that's what I was waiting for.
Somebody gonna cut that big ass fucking beanstalk down. Watch.
And it was ultra dramatic because he's so fucking tall that when he fell down, he really
Niggas said, "Watch out!"
You know what I'm saying? So Timmy has to get ready for a Sebastian, because this is the thing. Sebastian's not going to give up his height. I took away from the Cordell Booker fight that they're working on range control for Sebastian. He sticks the jab out there. He doesn't just fall in like he did before and throw hooks and uppercuts. He sticks the jab out there now, brings the backhand over. Then he's all over you. So Timmy has to get ready for that. They're like, yeah, you got to find a way around that jab, because he's going to use it this time. He used it the last time. Expect that the Sebastian Fundora that got knocked out by Mendoza might as well be a different guy. He's not going to try that with you. He knows what you got. He knows you got power. You got to find a way around that jab. That's
going to be hard to do, especially by the time they meet. He's going to be better at it.
Mm-hmm.
I will assume so.
Tough titty.
No, but as a side note, I understand what you're saying, Julius, about Team Sud being, but I prefer that shit. That because the other side of the coin is a guy like Keith Thurman. Because in some way I understand his mentality. Like these motherfuckers are trying to get me and trying to set me up to get knocked the fuck out in enemy soil. I'm not gonna allow that. And the other side of the coin is, yeah, like the Team Sue. Like fuck it. I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna get these motherfuckers in. I'm gonna prevail, whatever it takes. Now, did it work at the in the long term? No. We got knocked the fuck out. But that's for me. That's better than fucking a guy like Keith Thurman and Danny Garcia and all these other guys that they're always angry in his position and trying to find the best, more winnable situation for them.
Yeah, I mean, I respect what he's doing, right? I do respect what he's doing, and believe it, I think he stands a chance. As much as they're trying to conspire against him, I actually like, yeah, you stand a chance, you do. Now, he said he didn't watch that fight back. Well, you need to, because you need to counter that jab. If you can counter that jab, you can take this fight out of the judge's hands. All you need to do, counter that jab. That's what you need to do. Slip and counter, roll and counter, whatever you got to do, or catch and counter, whatever you got to do, but you got to counter that jab. Expect to see it. Does he win? Fig's been talking a lot of shit. Fig, does he win the fight? Does he not win the fight?
Oh, one more time. I'm sorry.
He's fucking smoking and shit.
Man,
He's not paying
stop
attention
jerking
in
off
class.
On the panel.
Keeps asking to go to the bathroom. Fig, does Timmy win the fight? Does Timmy not win the fight?
Shit.
Come on, don't straddle the fucking fence.
I like Tszyu a lot. Well, I'm gonna go with Fundora.
My man.
Fundora. So we got at least two Fundora guys. Are there any Tim Tszyu people on the panel?
Yes.
Country, go ahead.
Tim Tszyu, man.
Since Country's talking, I'll take this opportunity.
Intriguing fight, but I got Timmy. I got Timmy winning because he was beating. He was actually on his way to beating Fundora until the cut happened, and I think he'll still be able to pick up where he left off. Based off his.
Bro, do you remember what round the cut happened in, Country?
End of round two. It
was the beginning of the fight. What you mean he was on his way, bro? He got cut.
No, he was on his way, dog. Like
no, he was actually getting tagged up bad.
Alex, yo, by round two, Sebastian Fundora.
But the fight hasn't even developed yet. It's round two.
By round, you didn't see how many right hands was getting in.
Was on his period by the second.
Yeah,
he already closed the gap in round two. He closed it. He was landing with impunity.
Yeah, but he was still taking damage. Damage.
Okay.
And he got knocked the fuck out the following fight.
Listen, with those tall, lanky fighters, leverage, man, that shit adds up.
Fucking throwing elbows.
I mean, if we saw
undefeated, do you have Sebastian winning the fight?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Fundora. I'm gonna go with Fundora. If we saw Devin Haney supposedly what you call box, that was PTSD, bro. What are we sure that Tim is back based off a Joey win?
Based off of Joey, I hear you. But with the PTSD shit, right? You could see Devin has it. You were way more gun shy than usual. Like, yeah, you don't usually throw a lot of punches, but that was ridiculous. Timmy went for shots. He stepped into his punches. He brought backhands over. That didn't look like PTSD. Like,
but that's against Joey, bro. I could whoop Joey. Shit, like, come on, bro. We're talking about Mario Barrios.
Jules, Danny Lopez in the chat. Got to look at them pro box ring girls.
Now listen, Navarrete's fighting Suarez tonight. That's what I got on the TV. But at what point do we start to criticize him? This is ridiculous. You're fighting Suarez. When do you unify, bro?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the weight.
I think if he doesn't unify in his next fight, bro, it's like, yeah.
I feel like I've been saying that for 3 years. Well, if he doesn't unify in his next fight, I'm tired. I'm like, bro, like, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for?
I mean, he went up to 130 though, like, and then he got his ass whooped, and then he came back down. So it's like, yeah, I can understand, but it's like he was doing other shit. He was, you know what I'm saying?
Doing side
Foster?
He said side quests.
Side quest. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you get sidetracked playing Skyrim.
I have a sneaking suspicion they don't want to give Foster that fight, bro.
No, I mean, I remember that at Navarrete's last fight, Oshaki was there. He was scouting him. And now, instead of Foster versus Navarrete, which is probably, arguably the best fight to make in the division, we're getting Foster Fulton.
Hey, I like way forward Oshaki.
Remember from the Wood and Kakache fight, they were telling Kakache that it was he willing to travel to the U.S. to fight Foster. You know,
he's not gonna fight. Kakache un pendejo. I'm sorry. Ese tipo un pendejo. You were supposed to fight Sugar Nunez, and he was supposed to fuck you up, and you coughed up that belt real fucking fast to fight Lee Wood that ain't fought since October of 2023, bro.
Hey, I'm not gonna be mad at him. He straight up stated it. He said, "Look, bro, I've been in the game for a while. I gotta get paid now. I don't want to get fucked up." Like he basically said it on camera, bro.
Literally said that shit.
Hey, I gotta get paid.
He bitched up that Sugar Nunez action to do that to you. Like, yeah, I'm not.
No beating around the butcher or nothing, bro. Just like, hey, bro, you know what?
For?
He can have that belt. I'm gonna go have a nice day. I need to get bread and not get my ass beat for it.
Now is Zaur Abdullaev versus what's his face? Was that supposed to be on this card? Because they're on the poster.
It is on this card. Yeah, it is.
It's co-main, ain't it?
Did they fight already?
No, it's next.
Then why is it saying coming up main event?
Main event, but
because I think they like what's it called? They do that shit where they change it to ESPN or something, or once the prelims are over, I believe. So that's probably why it's gonna like change, and you're gonna see that fight first.
I don't fucking know.
What?
Lomachenko is. I mean, to me, looks close to retiring. This is not an objective question. This is your opinions. I want your opinions. Has he had a Hall of Fame career?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Ooh. I feel like we talked about this a lot.
No, absolutely, bro.
No, not this. Not this. No.
Nah, he's not. He's not a man.
I say yeah, just off the record. So
no, we already brought this up before, man. His legacy needs reviewed, bro. Like I'm serious. Like no.
Rocky Martinez, Jorge Linares, Jose Pedraza. Those are the champions that he fought. What is the most high-profile Vasyl Lomachenko win?
Gary Russell.
Yeah.
Bro, Devin
Haney. High profile though.
Devin Haney, bro.
I mean, it should have been.
Yeah, it should have been a win. It should have been.
He would have been.
You know what, Ray? You right. We did have this conversation. So I'll ask a separate question, Ray. From the time that this fighter debuted till now, did he live up to your expectations?
What, Lomachenko?
Yeah.
Honestly, if we were to take no. The answer is no. Two-time gold medalist, all that hype. You can't really say you lived up.
That's
to
what I'm
it.
talking about, dog. Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's
country.
Exactly
what do you think?
If he would have beat Devin and became undisputed, he would have punched his ticket. But I don't think so. It not enough. You know.
Done. Did he live up to what you thought he would be? The Matrix, Neo, Trinity. She's got a big ass when she bends over, but not when she stands up straight. What happens? Fucking Don fell asleep. Fig, did he live up to your expectations?
I think he's a Hall of Famer, but he didn't live up to my expectations. Not exactly. No. I thought he would have beat Tszyu. I scored that fighter draw. I scored the Haney fighter draw. So it's like he hasn't had a bad career, but I wish he would just keep going. You know. But yeah, he's a Hall of Fame. He's definitely a Hall of Famer to me.
Leo, did he live up to your expectations?
As a huge Lomachenko fan, I have to say no. No, because when he arrived to the lightweight division, I do remember thinking that Teofimo Lopez was gonna quit against Lomachenko, and he lost. For me, was like, yeah, I cannot, even without my bias, I cannot salvage this fight for you in my mind. And with the Devin Haney fight, yeah, I think you did enough, but I thought you were going to knock him the fuck out, and you didn't. And those fights were, if you were the guy that you supposed to be in my mind, yeah, you will have won those fights, and you didn't. Now, if he is a Hall of Fame, keyword fame, yeah, I think he has enough clout on him, on his career, to be inducted in the Hall of Fame.
Now, I want to say this. I don't say what I'm saying to insult Vasyl Lomachenko, but it's hard to say it in a nice way. For the promotion that you got and the push that you got, well, I think you had a successful boxing career because it was about as successful as a boxing career as you could have. Like, yeah, you made money and you won belts and you were a champion at 3 weights. I don't think you are who they say you were. I don't. I don't. And a part of me kind of never did, because I can remember in 2018 and 2019 when I would say things like, Usyk is who you guys pretend Loma is. Where you guys are talking about Loma undisputed one day. Usyk did that. He did that already.
Twice.
No. And this is in 2019 when I said that. So now he's done it twice. And I used to say it then that, yeah, like Usyk, you guys are bigging up Triple G. You guys are bigging up Loma. Usyk did that for real. It's not speculation with him. And I said this in 2019 after the World Boxing Super Series, that Usyk is the guy. Usyk is who you guys pretend those guys are. So I think Loma was a great fighter. I do think he was great, but not an all. I don't see an all-time great in him. That's being honest. He was a great fighter, but I don't see an all-time great. And it's for a lot of the reasons that Leo gave. If you were who they said you were, yeah, you would have made Tszyu quit. Now, I know you had the shoulder, the thing. Oh, my God. Right. Whatever. Fucking Devin hits like a fucking girl. Right? You should have knocked that prick out. We wouldn't be here now. You didn't. You didn't. I thought you were going to knock him out. I thought, like, bro, Devin hits like a fucking girl. I don't see what the fucking problem is.
Yeah, but Devin also probably he probably came in like 30 pounds heavier, bro.
I know, bro.
About all that shit, though, man. Look,
it's just that at the end of the day, the guys that are the guys, we don't have to have this conversation about Usyk. We don't. Look, he beat AJ, bro, 2 times. He beat Fury 2 times. We don't have to do this. He went into Russia. He came back with more belts.
Yeah, let me weigh in real quick. Let me weigh in on Lomachenko, man, because I thought about this for a little while. And last time we had this conversation, I had been thinking about it for a little bit before that. And it was funny when you brought it up last time, Jules, because the first thing I said was like, hey, y'all, unpopular opinion, but maybe his legacy need reviewed. And you were like, yo, hold up. And so here's what I said. I'm like, look, so we got 2-time Olympic gold medal, right? Twice. Okay. Dudes usually who have 1 come in and do good shit in boxing 99% of the time. This dude got 2. Comes in, right? Gets wiped by Salido after looking good or against regular dudes. Okay.
But that was
a regular dude. Though. No, don't say dudes. That's plural. He only had 1 fight before he fought Salido.
No, it was his 4th fight.
No, it wasn't. That was his first. That was his second fight.
His second? Okay. So he gets beat by Salido, right? I'm like, okay. All right. And it didn't look good, right? And then it's like, yeah, the other guys you named, the Nadas and all this, cool story, right? But you're talking Hall of Fame, like, so when he fought Haney, for me, I'm like, I thought he won the Haney fight. It was close, but I thought he won the decision. I gave it to him. I had him winning on the cards. He didn't get the nod, but then in the back of my head, I'm like, you know what? If he got that nod, if he won that decision, all the boxing world's gonna do is go, I guess Haney wasn't who we thought he was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so I was like, damn, that's kind of true too. So, and I'm like, I can't see any, like, there's nobody on his resume who ever unified. There's nobody on his resume who was a
No.
This is the thing. I saw people, they're getting hard dicks because he made fucking Miguel Mariaga quit. Are you out of your fucking mind?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, well, he knocked down Rocky Martinez. We're getting hot off of Rocky Martinez. We're doing that.
Ricky Burns beat Rocky Martinez, and nobody cared.
Right? And then to me, and this kind of makes it for me, Alex. Jorge Linares is the best fighter you beat.
Yeah,
on paper. Jorge Linares,
100% easy. And here's my thing. I mean, I can't prove this. This is an intangible. It's my opinion. His career flamed out the way it did, and it's the way it's going to, and he won't make the Hall of Fame. And it's not because of his abilities or his work ethic. It's the way his career pathway was fucking handled, man. Like, That's it for me. Like, nah, I mean, that's the writing on the wall.
Look, I'll say this shit. Because it's okay to say it now. Okay, Tank, he don't want no parts of you at 130. Tank was not the only champion at 130. Tevin Farmer was there. Miguel Burchelt was there.
Yep. That's what I'm saying.
Was
That's
he?
the shit I'm talking about.
No, yeah. Miguel Burchelt was there. He was there.
Like at the time when he during that time.
WBC. I did videos on it, bro. Miguel Burchelt was WBC champion.
Okay.
Yeah, most of the entire time, damn near, he was there. Yeah.
So the whole thing is, okay, fine. You can't get Tank. Hindsight is 2020. It would have been better if you okay, well, I unified with him and I unified with him. But right now, I beat Jose Pedraza at 135. I beat Jorge Lanaro. Ooh. Fuck me. 21 fights. Best guy
good job,
Jose Pedraza.
Good job, but you're not building toward a Hall of Fame
resume. I like the fact that he started.
Hey, don't forget about Nicholas Walsh.
Championship fights.
The X-Man.
The X-Man.
And then here's another thing. Here's another thing that hurt him. Doing the Olympics twice and starting his career at an older age than most guys. Like, dude.
No, I think you hit the nail on the head, Alex. Even with the small amount of time that he had, I feel that this would be a very different conversation if we could say that he was a unified champion at 2 weights.
100%.
Or Ring Magazine at 2 weights. Then I would feel like,
bro, he has no Ring Magazine. He has no lineal.
No, he has it. No, he had it at 135. He had it.
With the Linares fight?
But it's with that's what I mean from Linares.
Yeah,
so if I go through your resume, it's starting to look like the best win of your career is Jorge Linares.
Like I would just like, they're like, hey, tune in to HBO, Adrian on boxing. Yeah. So Vasily Lomachenko, very, very good fighter, high ceiling for potential. It was never achieved. He won't make the Hall of Fame. That's it.
And he also got dropped in that fight.
I don't think so, but it's like if he can make the Hall of Fame, let's be real. Like
Ronnie
Shields made the Hall of Fame. I think it's Ronnie Shields. I'm not thinking about someone else. Buddy McGirt. My bad.
Listen to me. He can make the Hall of Fame, but I'm saying that this is why I tried to get into your opinions. My opinion of him always was, you could go to the videos I did on here in 2017. I said, enjoy him while he lasts because of what Alex said. You do 2 Olympic cycles, you don't have that much time to be a pro. And the way you fight, this will sound familiar, you have a young man style, but you're not always going to be a young man. Exactly. All that pivoting and shifting and all that shit, all that Goku shit, you ain't going to be able to do that shit forever. Here we are.
When you get old, the last thing to go is your power. He's not known for
So wait, are you just like more or less questioning his legacy, not his Hall of Fame credential?
I think that sentimentality could possibly get him in the Hall of Fame, but in here, I'm gonna be real with you, Ray. I do not think he is a Hall of Fame fighter.
I think your resume over your career gets you into the Hall of Fame, and he doesn't have it, man. I just don't.
I think it should, Alex. I think it should. Like honestly, you want my honest opinion? I would put Gennady in before him.
Yeah, and you know what? It's funny you mentioned Gennady, and I think I know why you did. Because I wouldn't argue with somebody who wants to question his legacy.
Here's the thing, Gennady on paper, Gennady only lost to one man, and he's not an ordinary man. He's not an ordinary man.
Yeah, thank you, bro. Exactly. And Gennady, you know what I mean? He got look at the KOs that match his wins, like the ratio there. His only loss is to still the face of boxing, still been top 10 pound for pound, 90% of his career. Like that's not a bad look. You know what I mean?
I might seem like
what's Gennady's best win?
Daniel Jacobs,
I would say. Ryota Murata second best. And honestly, here's the thing. We can say that in our hearts, Lomachenko won the Devin Haney fight for those who feel that way. But we can also say that in our hearts, Gennady won the Canelo fight, the first one.
Yeah.
So hold your dicks. Who would have been a bigger scalp?
Now,
hold that shit. Who would have been a bigger scalp? Who would have been a bigger Canelo? Devin fucking Haney.
Orale.
Yeah. Fair.
Devin Haney was
hey, switching speeds real quick, Jules. I don't know if you're allowed to do this, but I got a new EDC, a new EDC pistol. Can I show that? Because I'm really excited.
Don't get me in trouble. Don't get me in trouble.
I mean, there's dudes on YouTube that's all they do.
What is it?
No, you're not gonna get me in trouble. I'm shit.
I want to check before I you know what I'm saying? Because
I'm busy shitting on Vasily Lomachenko.
All right, let's keep going.
It aggravated me It aggravated me because I'm watching the World Boxing Super Series. It's like I like Loma, but I didn't like the hype a little bit. I want to say that. I've defended him in the past, so I don't hate him. I feel that he was hard done in the Devin Haney fight. I do. But I can go back to those videos in 2019. I came across one of them, which is why it clicked. I'm like, yeah, man. For a long time, I was saying Usyk is the fighter y'all pretend he is. Usyk is who y'all pretend Loma is. All this Matrix bullshit. He's a fucking Matrix. He got fucking knocked down by Jorge Linares. He's a fucking Matrix. Can't get out of the way of a cock shot. It's a fucking Matrix, man.
Fucking asshole. He got knocked down by Jorge Linares.
It's a fucking Matrix, man. It's like it got out of control. Like yo, fucking, man, hey, let's fucking relax, okay? Let's relax. Rocky, when he beat Rocky Martinez, the reaction was so just like everybody calm down. It's Rocky fucking Martinez, guys. Relax. You know, and Usyk is here going to foreign countries on a regular basis and winning belts, and nobody cares. And it's like, I think that's more impressive, fellas. I'm more impressed by that. And the story that time has told me is, hey, you were right. Usyk is what they pretend Loma is. But they wasn't going to hear none of that because Americans don't watch cruiserweights. All right, so he starts beating up on heavyweights. Now what? Now what?
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go in my Lomachenko fanboy shit.
No shit.
Look,
here we go.
Okay, we are talking about Usyk and his career. We are talking about Hall of Fame, pound for pound career, but don't you think it was a little bit lucky on his career? Because let's take, for example, the cruiserweight campaign. You have the opportunity to unify the whole division and go undisputed because it was a tournament.
Yes.
And everyone go to that tournament with the belts and give you the chance in one tournament to collect all the belts.
I agree with you, but that doesn't make it easy.
No. And the other thing, then he went to heavyweight, and he was very lucky. Despite having a guy like Tyson Fury was impossible to deal with, that have Saudi Arabian money to finance that fucking fight. Because
Leo, you're confusing simple with lucky. You're confusing simple with lucky. It's kind of like basketball is simple to understand, not easy to play. Sports are simple to understand, not easy to execute. You say that because there was a tournament, that he was fortunate that there was a tournament there. Yeah, but going to fucking Russia to fight the fucking Russian is hardly easy. Going to Poland to fight the fucking Polish guy, it's not fucking easy. Coming to America to fight Michael Hunter, who was dangerous at the time, is not fucking easy. And I would not call the consistency of that run luck. It's not luck. That's hard work.
Hey, Jules, you know anything about this guy Mertalia's fighting?
Yeah, country, I have a TV, you know that, right? Now I'm looking at the fucking TV.
I asked if you knew anything about it.
Christ, country.
I don't know, pork chop. I don't work for the WBO. I don't know, bro.
Will they actually strip Tszyu over that? Now this is I want to set the panel on fire. I'm going to start with country because he keeps fucking with me. Country. In your opinion, based on Teofimo Lopez's behavior, this is your opinion, and you are entitled to it no matter what it is.
Yes.
Should he be stripped for saying racial slurs?
Fuck yeah.
I want the whole I want the whole fucking panel in on this. I'm gonna smoke a cigarette. I'm gonna smoke a cigarette.
You know why? Straight to everybody's answer, man. No explanations.
I'm talking. You know why? Because he keeps fucking going back to him and saying them again. It's one thing to say it once, okay, let it go. But now he turns around and goes back and says it again.
All right, you whatever, bro. You're just a cracker, bro. Whatever.
What are you doing?
What? Whoa.
Why would you say that shit?
Hey, you know what? He's not Hispanic ass, you cracker.
Hey, is this nigga Raymond Murataya covered in glitter?
Bro, that's what I was just about to say, bro.
What the fuck?
Gorgeous, you know what I'm saying? Looks like Xerxes from 300.
Hey, country, I'm half white.
So am I.
But nah, I don't think he should be banned. You like at that point, especially because people are gonna be like, wait a minute, we can just take away belts just because of something that somebody said. All right, then they're gonna take it a bit further. Maybe they're gonna say something disparaging about us as a belt organization, and we'll take their belts away for that now.
And that's thank you, brother. And that's a dangerous path. Even though you don't have people don't have to like what someone says, but if you go down that and like what you're saying, if they go down that path, they start controlling what people can and can't say. And then you got
wait. Before I go about this though, I will say this though. If he loses endorsements over this, I do not care because that's what can happen. If somebody punches you in the street because of what you said, hey, bro, shit happens. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Your actions have consequences and that matter. But if it comes to his belt, your language was not a requirement for keeping that WBO title.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, I don't think they should take the title away. Like that's too extreme. But at the same time, I don't know what would be a good, I guess, punishment. I guess you could say.
He needs to be.
No
make him fight him. That's a good punishment. Make
bro,
him
a good
fight
punishment is make the fight and watch Tszyu get his ass beat by fucking Crawford.
Yeah, that's not happening too far.
Yeah.
But
in my opinion, a good punishment for him should be something like, okay, you want to hold this title, we are gonna charge you for every fucking fight holding that title 5 or 10% extra.
That's fucking crazy. I'm not even gonna lie. That's wild.
That's weird. That's fucking.
That's
force him.
that's insane.
No.
Force him.
Weird,
Force
bro.
him.
You can keep your title, bitch.
For punishment. For punishment, force him to watch
you make
the
the
Devin Haney
punishment
fight
also.
again. And shit.
There you go. Yeah, hell yeah. Make him watch the Skull Canelo fight.
Oh, instead of having like a what's it called, like a racist behavior seminar, it's just we're gonna make you watch this Devin Haney fight until you like black people. Hates them 5 times more after that.
After the third round.
Jules, seriously, like, let me get y'all's opinion. Look where we took it, bro. We ain't shit.
Yeah, he definitely needs to be reprimanded,
so basically,
but I'd rather see him get beat up.
The reprimand will be Clockwork Orange type torture. There we go.
No, I mean, this is like me just through and through, man. I don't give a fuck if it's boxing or whatever. Like when I know I joke and I have a lot of dark humor, and some of y'all are like, "Whoa, bro," but I'm serious. Like 20 years in the infantry, bro, and I served with everybody from every bracket of every color, and we're all fucking brothers, bro. We all love each other. None of us are racist. We all love each other. But we make those jokes. We say the shit that Tio said about each other's backgrounds and races, and no one's fucking offended, bro. Because we all understand free speech. We all understand, like,
I don't know what the fuck you talking about. I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
That's what. No. Listen, let me break you down. Exactly. Hold on. That's what I'm getting.
I don't got people around me fucking calling me.
I hear you. That's my point, bro. Listen, fam. Listen, fam. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Civilians just, I mean, y'all can't understand how we operate in the military. Like, it's different because we're so close and we've been through so much together. We don't see those lines. So when we make racist jokes against each other, we're all laughing. Like, we're not even. No, bro, listen, this is, I know it's crazy. I know it sounds crazy.
Introduce me to them black folks.
Nobody's offended, bro. Nobody. Like,
introduce me to the black folks that let Mexicans and white people just call them niggers and shit like that. And
don't fucking say that on my live.
Yeah, bro.
No, my fault.
No, okay. I'm not saying anybody drops the bomb like that, but I have seen some of my soldiers who were very close. One's black, one's white, one's black, one's brown, one's black, one's Asian, whatever. And I have seen all of them throw the hard words at each other, like fucked up shit at each other about their races, and they laugh with each other, bro. You don't have to believe me, but I've been
just like some joking stuff. But like,
but here's the thing. This is on a different plane because Teofimo's freedom of speech is not. How could I put it? His freedom of speech is not in jeopardy. He can say whatever he wants in the comfort of his own home or on camera. Yeah, you can do whatever the fuck you want, but should the WBO strip you, which is something else?
Do they have any guidelines against it? I mean,
that's a good question.
That is a good question. Yeah, what are their policies? That's a good Yeah, Jules, you're damn right, man.
If they don't, then who cares? Like, let the fans decide, and that's it. I mean, it doesn't matter. People are going to say all kinds of shit, and it's not up to us. Like, it's up because it's freedom of speech. It's up to whatever the fans say and whatever the organization decides.
Yeah.
Shout out to Domo. Big difference between jokes and hard R's, gang. I mean, look.
Yeah, I agree on that one.
No, I mean, look, I got friends and shit like that, and my friends had when we were kids, we were very young. They would always do this on purpose. They call me Puerto Rican. They call me.
Of course, bro.
You're saying that shit like, you know, Jules, he speaks Mexican, and you know, I'd come back and say some shit. Now, I wouldn't say some racist shit, but I'd say like, hey, at least you know something about fathers or some bullshit. You know, did your dad come back from the cigarettes he was going out to get yet? You know, shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So you say shit.
But hard R, bro. That's a little. That's a bit too much.
And that's the thing that. That's the thing that if it's the equivalent of having a job. You know, you got a job, and if you said something like that, well, you would probably lose your job if you said something like that. If you called a coworker that, if you were seen saying that by people at the job. So on that premise, would it be right for even if it's not in their guidelines?
When you made a joke so funny, HR wants to hear it.
Right.
Right.
Would it be appropriate for the WBO to strip him in that situation?
I mean, I'll put it to you like this: I don't know, but they can do whatever the fuck they want. I'm sure.
I mean, yeah, that I think that they have that.
Like I said, freedom of
at the end of the day, I don't think they need to have
consequences.
anything written in their policy about language. But I'm pretty sure they have the power to just strip him for any reason.
Well, no, I mean, but the WBC, I'm pretty sure the WBC does not have anything in their bylaws about Ryan Garcia's racist tirade, but they did take a stance just because of how it looks. Just like I'm pretty sure there's nothing in their bylaws about, well, you know what we're going to do if there's a war? We're going to pick a side and alienate the other side. I'm pretty sure there's nothing in their bylaws about that. They just reserve the right to do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Do they have like what's it called? But doesn't the WBC like didn't they kind of like try to like cover themselves after like that one incident where they almost got, you know, Thanos snapped from existence to be able to do that? Does the WBO have those same provisions?
I mean, I don't think the WBO has ever been in hot water quite like the WBC.
Isn't the WBO out of Europe?
No. They're out of Puerto Rico. They're out of Puerto Rico.
Ooh, yeah, they might not.
They really might not fuck with you. Think about it.
Yeah, I mean,
they might really not fuck with you.
So I guess the thing is that, and that's why it's an opinion question. For me, I would say that if I'm Gustavo Olivieri, I would strip him. I would strip him for the simple fact that there are black WBO champions. What you're doing is veiled racism. You'll do something like you're doing things and then apologizing for them, you know? And it is sort of disrespectful to the other WBO champions. It's disrespectful in general, but it's disrespectful to the other WBO champions that we represent. And why would we have a racist ambassador of our organization?
And overall,
you can't do that, bro. You can't do that.
Overall, it's distasteful to the sport in general, bro.
I sort of get it from like that standpoint where it's like
fight in a uniform of my job is the same reason Tszyu shouldn't be saying racial slurs while being a champion.
But wait a second, though. You're not like an agency. You're a sanctioning body. Like I kind of understand where it's like
but
you don't
he's
want
a
this guy to
representative
represent
of
that.
that sanctioning body.
That's the thing, that he is one of your champions, and that makes him one of the ambassadors of your brand. Because but
don't you pay dues to the sanctioning body?
Yeah, that's the thing. And that's and like what's it called? I'll use an example that I never thought I'd use because I don't like it. Remember the UFC? The UFC has a lot of people that say a lot of fucking horrible shit. They have never really stripped their guys off of that.
Yeah, Dana White's different, bro. He don't give a fuck.
Listen, here's the thing. I know that Sean Strickland has said a couple of taboo things, but
nothing racist though.
I never. Yeah, that's what he said. Things that raise your eyebrows. But what Tszyu is doing is you're racist. And
Tszyu's got problems, dude.
It's been coming out for.
The first time maybe it was like, okay, maybe that was
Bryce Mitchell quite literally came out and said that he liked
you got to pick a side. At the end of the day, he's straddling the fence. He's straddling the fence because if you're going to be the bad guy, then be all the way the bad guy. Then this will work.
Yeah.
The reason it doesn't work is because you're a pussy. You'll do something. You'll throw a stone. He's
indecisive about it.
Yeah, because
Jules, can I say something?
No, I'm in the middle of a fucking sentence. If you went all in as KKK Fimo, Ku Klux Fimo, then if he went all in, I'm Karl Marx Fimo. Fuck it, I'm Jim Crow Fimo.
Jesus Christ.
The thing is that it would have the effect that you want, because then they really would hate you.
Because real racists don't respect you and everyone else sees you as fake.
Right.
I mean,
And the really racist guys, man, I'm like the real super. They don't respect you, bro, because you're acting like a bitch. They want a poster child for all the things that they don't say in public to not get beat up by a black guy. They want you to be that guy, but you're too much of a pussy to be that guy. So they don't really respect you. They respect that. Wait. They respect that bitch in the park more than they because she. You know what I'm saying? I said liquor. Like, oh, you bitch.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Own your
racist.
shit.
You
Own it.
racist. White folk.
So if you come at it from this
like,
stance, so
you keep
think about it like
white
this:
shit.
what Tio does is that he's essentially paying the WBO these fees so that way I can be your champion. So I'm paying you these fees so that way I can be a part of your sanctioning body and be a champion and call myself a champion. At any point, they can revoke his right to be that champion, like for them to be able to even call him a champion. So like,
I agree with that.
Not
I
illegally.
honestly think they should
Nah,
just
bro.
strip him, bro.
Nah.
Fuck him.
That's
We
nope.
revoke your
But they would get sued though.
servitude,
Nah,
bro. We
dude, they
can
can't.
refuse
Yeah,
You
they
can't
servitude,
can't.
bro.
They
We
can't
don't.
do that.
can't
I
do
don't know
that.
that. No, listen. I don't know that they didn't cover their own because I'm pretty sure that they've covered their own ass to do whatever they feel like. That's how these sanctioning bodies operate. Honestly, even though the WBO is more consistent than other sanctioning bodies, I think they all have the entitlement to operate as they wish. Because look at what the WBC did of their own accord. They fucking put, you're a champion in recess, now you're a champion again. Now you're not, now he is. Then you have to, it's like they do what the fuck they want, dog. So can they do it? Yeah, that's not my question. My question was, should they? And I
No,
say yeah.
say
Because
no.
because unless you are a racist, what are you defending?
Yeah, because
I don't
what
like
entitles
Tio,
Tio to
and I don't
to
like
that? What entitles Tio to that belt?
because he won this shit
Buying
and
the
he
sanctioning
defended this
fees.
shit.
Fuck you. Take your sanctioning
At
fees.
the
We revoke
at the end of the
servitude.
day, even though he's a piece of shit, at the end of the day, you did what your duties were as champion. You won your belt. You defended your belts against your mandatories. You should keep your belt.
Pork Chop
Yep.
says that Tio is too pussy to stand on what he says anyway. I mean, that's kind of the
He is pussy
problem.
though.
You know
Crawford showed us that.
Adrian Bronor, who I don't even fucking like, by the way. He made
Bro,
such an
never
inappropriate.
liked that motherfucker, bro.
He stood in front of Manny and all them people, starts talking about eating cats and dogs and shit like that. And he stood on that shit. That was some bigoted shit to say, but he said that shit. You see what I mean? Tio, you don't have that.
And he branded himself the problem, and he was always a problem.
And Tio, you don't have that kind of moxie because you're throwing a stone and hiding your hand. Let's be honest. That's what you're doing.
Tio's problem is he's stuck between this duality that he wants to be loved, but he also wants to. He's trying to play the villain, but he still wants to be loved.
Yes, because
both,
he'll go on Twitter. He'll give a little fucking speech. Culture vultures, you do, man. Shut the fuck up, dog. Just be Jim Crow.
Wait. You know what's ironic about that? He said culture vulture, right?
Bro.
Remember the dude that changes his flag every single year?
Bro, he was from Spain. He's from Honduras. He's fucking. You know what I'm saying?
He was La Raza until like last week, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing with Tio that, if you turn into Jim Crow Tio, maybe you're going to be hated by a lot of people. And this is where you're pussy. See, you want to still be able to go to Wawa and get a cup of coffee without a line of black guys standing outside waiting to fuck you up. You still want to go to 7. You still want to live and you want to go places, but you know what I mean? But you don't want that. You don't really.
They got Wawa.
Ain't trying to go to the white
They got
neighborhood.
Wawa in New York.
He wants to.
I'm not in New York right now, bro.
No, we don't.
Oh.
I don't think so.
Anyway. Shit.
But I'm just, Tio's a Floridian at the end of the day. He's not a New Yorker, so don't worry about New York. You want to go to Publix and pick out the produce without a bunch of black guys waiting there for you to whoop your ass. And that's what makes you a bitch. That's why you keep bitching up. I didn't say that. I said, yeah.
You guys ever realize how much, how adamant Jules is that Tio is a Floridian?
He's a
Floridian, bro. Because he's a legitimate father, bro. That's why he's trying to make it seem like Tio's
I have his birth certificate. He's not from New York. He was born in Florida. I have his birth certificate. I was there.
Hey, you know
what? I will say this though.
You were there in the room.
Yeah, he's his father, bro. Look
like
at
when
him.
he was coming out, when the mother was crowning.
Bro, I cut the
when the mother was crowning, you were there.
I saw his head,
placenta and everything, and the
pussy was purple, water's falling out. It was a mess.
Did you split the umbilical cord? Did you eat it for carnitas later? Or?
It was longaniza. We ate it with a little
bit of
rice.
Jules, Is that shit actually purple when it's crowning like that?
Oh yeah, I mean, like if you're talking about childbirth, yes, it is.
That shit is crazy, bro. Hey, bro, don't ever watch, bro. I watched one time. I'll never do it again, bro. Don't watch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, like,
it'll fucking ruin
I
you.
made
It'll
it to
destroy you, bro.
26, no kids, thank God. But
you know,
I'm not ready for that shit.
Just in a general sense, Tio is it really is what Real Talk said. It's a duality to where you want to play the heel for the Mayweather effect, but simultaneously you just don't have the balls to be the bad guy, to really go all in.
Yeah, he doesn't make the
bad
commitment. He can't make the commitment.
You can't
Also,
commit
I
to
kind of agree. I was gonna say I agree with the guy that kind of said like you kind of should leave this up to the fans because like it's one thing everybody keeps talking about his he's gonna get those racist fans or whatever, right? You know what what's it called? What all that diversity does and not isolating entire races does for you, gives you endorsement deals that don't exist anymore. Like I don't really care because it's like at the end of the day, you can keep that belt. The end of the day, you guys and all the Tio fans always complain about him not being the most liked guy, him not having as much popularity as everybody else. Doing shit like this doesn't help.
Yeah, I mean, they're wondering why he's on a fucking Ryan Garcia undercard. Well, gee, I wonder how that happened. I wonder why he's not more popular with more people. I wonder. What did he do wrong?
Because he's gay.
That too. He's a weirdo. You know, I thought he was gonna start fucking bitches like hot Miami bitches. No, he's still acting like a fucking weirdo. Start dance. He's dancing with the bitch in the street. She had a big ass. You guys saw? The big ass. The girl. He's salsa dancing with and shit.
Yeah, I don't think they should take his belt away. Because this is the first time that they're actually gonna talk to him, even though he's said some shit a couple of times.
He'll
But
get
they
a
should,
warning.
they should be like, look, motherfucker, you making us look bad. Say something
strip
else,
him, tar him,
motherfucker, and
feather him, throw him
we're
on the
gonna
street.
find you. We're gonna find you.
So they're gonna tug on his dick a little bit. Is what
tell
you're
him to
saying.
start a GoFundMe. You raise $500,000. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's not a bad idea.
Hey, for real. Apparently, that's what's up. You could be the worst person in the world, be all wrong. You start a GoFundMe and you're rich. That's crazy.
Hey, that's a good plan right there.
Well, I'm not even going to get into the American climate because that's just something else. And what you guys don't know is that your government is trying to pit you against each other so they can make money off of that.
I'm fully aware. I'm fully aware.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to distract us from the billionaires.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They want you to look at each other as the enemy instead of the people that have all the money and all the power.
March on Wall Street.
The people fall. Yeah, people. Yeah, that's deep.
I said it about the kids, the kid that got stabbed in the chest. That I don't think they had a racial beef, but it's been weaponized to be a racial beef because it involves a white kid.
They did the same thing with Black Lives Matter.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that started out.
All that racial shit. All that started after the March on Wall Street when people got too close to where the money.
Exactly.
The tension.
I don't know if y'all noticed the divisiveness was intentionally started with the Obama regime and continued through the Biden one, and now it's like it's.
Well, no, I mean, I think it's kind of always been there that the rich people distract us, the commoners, the common folk, by making us think that, oh, Real Talk's gonna take all my bitches, and Alex is gonna eat all my burritos.
Yeah, no doubt. No, what I mean is they've always done that. But what I'm saying is using racism as a tool and to divide us started at its worst. Like, you know what I mean, with Obama, like it's fucking now, and then with the Biden.
I can't
say
that at all.
It's the listen. This is the thing. The Obama administration. No, I don't think we were at the height of racism or the height of weaponizing racism. When the black that doesn't make sense because then he would have never got in office.
No, I said that's where he started it. It was at its height with Biden administration. They know what they're doing, bro.
I feel like you want my honest opinion.
Y'all know the Democrats in the South, right?
I think that it was at its height wholeheartedly the last 4 years because the last 4 years, and through Kamala's campaign to become president, they've been vilifying a specific group of people. I told my wife this. I told a lot of people this, that here's the thing. You could like white people. You could not like white people. But one thing I know is that if you keep backing them into a corner and you're going to make them the enemy, there's going to be a hate that brews inside of them that they're going to get tired of you pigeonholing them. Now, the Democrats did this with impunity, right? And you're sending the wrong message out to your voter base. Now, why would you do that? Oh, racial tension. You keep telling people this shit and blaming a younger generation for things they have no control over. I'm sorry that history is ugly, but what do you expect these people here today to do? It's not their fault any more than it's my fucking fault. If a Dominican in the Dominican Republic steals a thing of bananas, well, how the fuck is that my fault?
Right.
But this is what's been going on for the last 4 years.
Bro, a lot of people don't realize. Look at the start of the Republican Party. I forget what year it was, 1800, whatever. But the start of the Republican Party was a bunch of whites and a bunch of blacks, and they started the Republican Party to fight to fight slavery, to end slavery. That's how they started. That was their whole purpose.
Yeah, more specifically, that where I see the height of racial tension, the most I've ever seen it. And bear in mind, I'm an '80s baby, so Rodney King beatings, all this
Old
stuff.
fart.
The most I've ever seen it is the last 4 years, because Democratic Party has made it perfectly okay to go after a specific demo. We know what the demo is. It's the Caucasians. You're telling everybody, the Spanish folks, the Asian folks, the black folks, the Indian folks, yeah, this is your enemy. This is your enemy, is the
Country
enemy
is
of
the
all of
enemy.
you. Country's the fucking enemy. He didn't fucking do nothing. He's sitting around eating
He's
pizza
just
all
over there
day,
beating his meat on the panel.
jerking
to
off.
himself.
He's gooning to porno videos, homemade sex tapes. He doesn't know what's going on.
Refuses to defend
Homemade
himself.
sex tapes?
Oh,
Fuck you, country.
You can't.
Speaking of racism, has anybody heard Kanye West is Heil Hitler?
Nah, I think that Kanye. I think this is now Fig. This is what I think is going on with Kanye, and I don't think it's about what. I don't think it's what he's presenting. This is reality. Hollywood and the music industry is run by a specific group of people that I will not name because I'm not going to get flagged. And I just think that he wants more. I think he wants more autonomy, and he's just angry at those people, which is why he's doing that. That, oh, you feel entitled to more money, that you should have more control. So this is you raging against that established system. That's all I think it is. I don't think he gives a fuck about me or a fuck about you. You're just mad that the guys with the yarmulkes run the show. That's what you're mad at.
The Jerry Seinfelds.
The Jerry
I'm
Seinfeld.
gonna say, and this is kind of bogus, but I heard like a snippet of it, and it's one of the hardest songs he's made in quite some time. It's just fucked up.
Yeah, well, he better stop fucking. I'm just telling you, you better stop fucking with Mel Brooks, because you're not as rich as you think you are, Kanye. You're not as rich as you think. You better stop fucking with Mel Brooks and Jerry Seinfeld and them, because they'll fuck your life up. They'll try. So leave they ass. Damn, that ring girl. Shit. It's round 7.
So quick question. Is this like an insanely embarrassing thing if Murataya doesn't knock this dude out?
Yes.
Would be mad if he don't
because Devin Haney busted him up.
That's such a weird thing to say.
Devin Haney, bro.
When you say Devin Haney busted him up, you got to be specific. Like, not
he did in 2019. He
not in the ring, like just like with his hand, right? Like just
like he.
Bro, Abduliev
like with his bare hand, you know.
Hey, Abduliev looked like a mugshot of like a pedophile and shit, bro.
In the pool,
he looked like he's in the wrong sport. He should be in the octagon. Well, he's
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he looked like he should be.
I see a tennis player.
You know, but yeah, man, a lot of that stuff is bad. So, just love thy neighbor, man. I'm trying to tell you, man, because that shit it's a weapon and they're using it. And it's very obvious that they're using it, especially on Twitter. If you watch a video for 3 seconds, irrespective of what your own views are, they're just going to keep feeding you more videos like that.
Yep.
The
algorithm, the algorithm's gonna feed what it thinks you're interested in, what you look at and everything. It's gonna feed it even more to you and keep you on one side, man.
Yeah, and it's
playing with emotions and stuff. Yeah.
And not everybody, you guys are mildly smart, not as smart as me, but you're mildly smart.
Debatable.
And I'm trying to be as insulting and backhanded as possible.
My man, that's what I'm talking about. Keep it going.
And most people are susceptible to the power of suggestion. So if they keep seeing the same thing over and over, they start to formulate views based on that one. That's what your app is showing you, dog. That's what your app is showing you. That's not real life. It's what your app is showing you.
Yeah.
It's not reality, And I just think that, there's definitely an effort to divide the country with all this crazy shit.
Yeah, Julius, now you were saying that effort to divide the country is who is perpetrating that effort, in your opinion?
You don't know. No one can know who these people are. Like they're behind
your name is not Julius.
Like, oh yeah, my bad. I get excited when it comes to this shit. That's my bad, fam. Go ahead.
The people that are perpetrating this are not the people that you think they are. They're the people that you don't know, the people that you don't see. If you think Trump is the one in charge, I don't think so. Maybe they let him be in charge of other stuff, but I'm wholeheartedly of the opinion that there are other people that control this country. I said it a couple of lives ago, and I don't know if you remember that I feel this country was sold to someone.
There's a reason. Yeah, there was a reason there was 3 assassination attempts on Trump. There's a reason for that. Like
well, yeah, but look,
that shit ain't real.
No, it ain't even that. Like Alex,
you see what I mean?
I know you like the guy, but he's not a.
No, here's the thing. I don't care about him. Like I look at his policies.
I'm just saying that there's a bigger. Putin hit the nail on the head, and he said it over 3 years ago.
Yeah, yes.
Trump is gonna realize that you're not the one that runs the guys in the black suits. Were his words.
That's right.
The guys in the black suits are going to come up to him and they're going to show him the way that things are run. And those are the guys, Leo, to answer your question, those are the guys who I think would orchestrate this. To what end? I don't know. I can't see the whole picture. Who would benefit from a country that is divided? Maybe, right? I don't know. Maybe it's someone foreign. Who would benefit?
We've been run by oligarchs since the 70s.
Junto Nakatani. There you go.
Shout out to Junto. Go ahead, Leo.
Hey, Rolly Romero benefits.
He does.
Go ahead, Leo.
Go ahead, Leo.
No,
country, shut up.
You say it. You didn't realize it, but you say it.
Who was it?
Putin.
Huh?
Putin?
Look, who benefits if the United States goes to shit?
Putin.
Who is endeavoring in a war campaign right now? Who is the principal member of that? Who is the leader of that alliance of NATO?
Putin.
No, he's not.
The United States.
The United States.
No. Yeah, the United States. The point that I'm making is, Leo, while I don't disagree that Putin would benefit from the collapse of the United States, that's far too simple a view. We have more enemies than just him.
Yeah.
You know what I said the whole last, and I stand by it. I believe that American infrastructure has been infiltrated by Chinese agents.
100%.
I could just as easily believe that some of them are Russian, but we have a lot of enemies. And I believe that there are people in government that are working with those people, and they're creating a lot of the division that you see there. Look, you can't think of this as schoolyard. I'll fight you and you fight me and we'll go at it. That's not how wars are fought anymore. It's not. The KGB shit, the Bond era, yeah, I got this pen and it shoots a dildo out when I hit a button. Yeah, that shit is dead, bro. It's not like that anymore. Which I believe, and call me crazy, they're trying to weaken morale. This is a generation of Americans that hates America more than anybody I've ever fucking seen. What is the next generation of soldiers and Marines? And what are they going to look like when, all y'all motherfuckers hate y'all home?
Bro, they all who hate their own home, who are divided, and to make it worse, they think that, I can just change my sex because of how I feel. Like, wait, what the fuck?
Let's not get into that. I mean,
that's a factor, bro. That's a factor.
I'm not saying it's not a factor. I'm just saying that in a very general sense, patriotism and morale is at an all-time low, and that's dangerous when you have enemies. Yes. That's dangerous when you have enemies because then who's gonna fight? Who's gonna fight?
It will come back. It will come back. It's this just generation. People are not going to be like their parents when they grow up. They don't want to be like their parents, and we're not having a lot of kids anyway. But it's gonna come back, dude. It's not gonna last forever.
I need Don to fuck more people. I need Real Talk to fuck more people. Get more people pregnant. Alex, same applies to you. Leo, we'll fly you over. You need
Michael needs to eat ass.
We got to get these birth rates up.
I've already decided. Like by the time when I hit 30, I'm gonna have like 3 or 4 different baby mamas.
Undefeated doesn't have enough illegitimate children.
I'm gonna start setting up franchises.
Alicia is in Dallas, bro. Shit.
No, because I realized. Hold on, because I realized my great grandmother had 5 boys and five girls. I realized them niggas back then were playing the numbers game. Like one of these motherfuckers are gonna be successful. So I realized if I up that,
no, it's not really that. So you weren't alive. No, you weren't alive. It wasn't. Nobody thought that much in that era. I'm from that era. It's that we didn't have phones, we didn't have streaming, we didn't have on-demand video. There's not a lot to do besides play dominoes and fuck. So you're gonna fuck. And condom sex, ew. You know, so they just busting out kids
Bro,
like
condom
Pez
sex smells
dispensers.
like AutoZone.
They also didn't have AIDS back then. There was no AIDS.
You know what I'm saying?
Condom sex smells like AutoZone.
No, but let me say this.
Condom sex sucks, dude.
Okay,
Sucks, bro.
I haven't seen a condom.
Bro, fuck,
I don't
bro.
remember
Like a
that.
oil
watching your country from the outside, I always felt it felt really funny to me that you concentrate so much of your energy on China, because I understand China, I understand his position and the huge trade deficit you have with them. But let's take, for example, a guy like Elon Musk. I was like, because I sometimes I read the Wall Street Journal every once in a while, and it came up more than one time that this guy was accused allegedly of having private conversation with Putin by DM, and I was like, okay, that's kind of funny, but it's gonna relate with powerful people if it's a billionaire, and then you went to the government like a second in command and start firing all those people that were essential for your country. And I was like,
well, that's the other thing. How important they were is debatable, because some of the stuff that's come out. Here's the other thing. There's evidence that of corruption in the Democratic Party, that they've been, taking money and steal. I just read some shit about a bitch that was stealing a bunch of shit. Democrat. Right. So I don't know. But if you're telling me that, Putin may have infiltrated the U.S. government, I could believe that, but I see more evidence of Chinese infiltration than Putin. I see more evidence of that. And I could believe, and if you're saying that, they could both be trying to do that. Yeah, I could believe that, because hey, enemy of my enemy is my friend, right? Whatever the fuck. All I see is a younger generation that is very low on morale, with very freewheeling views on things that are not important. It's not important. But if push came to shove and there was a war tomorrow, who's going to fight in it? The guys with the pronouns?
Exactly. Like Jules, like what I said to my homeboy the other day. I'm like, do you remember when every school across the nation said the Pledge of Allegiance? There's plenty of states now, they don't even do it anymore. There's no
honestly, I think the people who are going to fight
the
war,
flag of the United States of America.
You guys are
Hold on, because I think you guys
under God, Miss Invisible, with liberty and condoms for all.
You know what I mean? For real.
You are Mexico.
Listen, let me make a point here.
I think it's gonna be.
Hold on.
It's gonna be the redneck.
I ain't done.
The Appalachian Americans, they're gonna be the ones that defend this country.
You guys are dismissing the numbers.
Listen, I ain't finished.
Wait. Let's go to Don in Idaho. Let's go to Don in Idaho.
Okay, I got to make one point here, and you guys are dismissing the numbers. What you guys are saying is that you guys are. I don't know if you're taking the numbers of the people with the blue hair and the pronouns out of proportion, because those people are actually represent a very small minority of people. When you think of the hold on. There's 350 million people. Half that population votes. Half the population only voted for Trump of the half of the population that voted. And the very minority of people that actually voted on the Democrat side that you're talking about are maybe make up 10, 15 million people in total. And out of the pronoun wackos, there's probably 10 million of those.
So,
people.
Don, you're saying that morale... Wait. So you're saying, Don, let me see if I understand it, that morale is not as down as I think it is, because the people that I'm describing are a substrata.
They're overrepresented. They're a substrata. Hold on. They are a substrata of people. What I'm saying is that it's not those people necessarily, but think about this, half the country doesn't vote. Half the country does not vote. And those are the people that you should be talking about, not the blue-haired wackos. They don't give a fuck. Like, we're going to have to defend them no matter what. But we should be concerned about the people that don't vote. Like, those are the people that don't have any stake, that feel that they have a stake in the game.
He's not wrong, but here's what you're missing, brother. Here's what you're missing. Do you know right now, how many people aged 18 to 42 are qualified for military service? What percent of the nation that is? Do you know? Less than 2%, bro. So look at the numbers you just said. Hold on. Look at the numbers you just put out about the blue-haired and everybody else, and then break down less than 2% of the fucking country qualified to serve.
What do you mean
now
by
we have a
qualified?
problem. This is what Jules is saying. Like, bro,
what do you mean by?
Look, I'm of the opinion they should empty out all the prisons, put remote bombs on all the prisoners, then just send them.
Jesus Christ, dude!
What the fuck were they going to do anyway?
Hey, sharks would
No, Alex.
But I want to know, like, I want to know by not qualified. I want to know, but what do you mean by not qualified? Like they're too fat,
if they enter the process to try and join the military for one or more reasons, medically or whatever the reason is, there's less than 2%. Matter of fact, I'm sorry, correction, my bad. Let me fix it. Less than 2% will attempt to serve, and then out of that less than 2% of the nation, less than 1% will qualify.
Yeah, Don, we're talking about people with outies instead of innies. We're talking about people that need left-handed appliances, weirdos and shit like that.
But that's a small minority of people, and they're overrepresented. I'm telling you, like the media overrepresents these people big time.
You just said there's 350 million Americans in the U.S.
Yeah.
Do you know how many are in the United States military?
No,
out of 350 million.
No.
Okay, if you don't count the reserves, we have less than 1 million warfighters.
Okay,
I'm sorry. Hold on. We have less than 1 million service members. Hold on. Out of that less than 1 million. All right, less than half of that million are actual war fighters. The rest are support.
What percentage is gay?
But that doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise that your numbers right there don't really surprise me. The numbers don't really surprise me because half the country doesn't vote and half the country doesn't feel like they have a stake in the game. Like that half of the country is probably not serving in the military.
Now, Don, that half of the country that you're talking about, that they don't vote, they don't feel like they have a stake in American politics. That is what I mean when I say that I believe that morale is at an all-time low.
Lack of patriotism.
There's no morale that they don't look at things in a way that they should. That understand this. I don't give a shit if you're the most patriotic or the least patriotic. If somebody comes at this country, they're not going to take the time out to ask you who you voted for.
Well, let me hit you with this. Did you know that for many years, at least the last 50 years, that we've had half the country not vote, more than half the country. We've actually had more voters in the last 10 years than we've ever had in the history of the country.
So you know
Hey, Don, here's a funny thing. What I see in that, because I'm an opportunist and I'm not from your planet, is I see that, if I have a country as big as this one where half the people don't vote, I could rig every election because they wouldn't know. They don't fucking vote.
And Jules, hold on. Hold on. Let me sweeten the pot for Don. And I like Don because he debates well. He keeps it calm and cool. I fucks with you, bro.
I like Don too because he's got a really deep voice and he sounds like a Spanish very, very white.
You know what I mean? Like I fucks with Don. Don, hey, but check this out, bro. Here's another thing you're forgetting, brother. In this last election, when you're talking about people who didn't vote,
right?
What about the millions of votes that came from voters who were dead and didn't even exist anymore in this world? What about all the millions of votes that came from illegal immigrants who aren't assimilating and they're showing anti-patriotism? They couldn't. What about all those votes that came from them, bro?
Without a shadow of a doubt, there's proof of that, or is there proof of that?
No, there's definitely proof of that. You can research it on your own. It's open source, bro.
But where?
Well, listen. Listen. You guys are going way down the rabbit hole when the whole point was that here is a fact.
No, I understand. The numbers are there.
Here's a fact, and I know that what Don said is a fact that half the country doesn't vote, and if you needed any indicator that crew morale is at an all-time low, and faith in this country and its infrastructure is at an all-time low, it's the people who don't bother to vote. That is your evidence. They don't care. They'd rather stay home.
Yeah, but what bothers me about that also is that there's a quarter of the people that do vote for one, maybe the Democrat side. A lot of those people don't have patriotic. They don't feel patriotic either.
Yeah.
They feel like the Democrats. They don't really feel that. They feel like they're owed something.
They vote for like personal reasons, not the security.
They're not the people that are
Democrats vote on shit like, well, do you buy Pizza Hut pockets or
you know what I mean?
And it's not. It's mostly the conservative people that do have a more of a patriotic.
Yep. Yeah, Don's right with that one. I can't argue that.
They also feel like they have a stake in the game. They believe in the system. They believe in something. They believe in the Constitution. A lot of Democrats don't do that, especially the 10% of the.
But which side believes in eating ass?
I think I do. I think everybody here does too.
I mean, I'm glad 90% of the panel does. So that's
the
what's
first
up.
thing I do is just help myself to that.
Hey, right out the shower is the best too. You know what I mean?
You know, and,
No,
and
yeah,
the thing
like
is,
them
no, and the
freshly
thing
I
is,
gotta
no,
have a little
but that's the
seasoning.
point that I'm
These little
making. Going
seasoning.
back,
Yeah, I have to have a
because
little
you guys,
seasoning.
you got a little bit lost on it. That Leo asked, well, if you feel that there is a hidden hand in the U.S. government that really determines what's really going on, and Putin referred to them
I don't think it's
a
hidden.
while ago. I do think it's hidden.
I don't think it's hidden.
Well, here's the thing: the hidden hand, Jules.
No, I don't
think
think
it's the
hidden.
government. I think it's bureaucracy.
It's
I don't
not
think
government. No, listen.
No, it's
No,
companies.
let me do this for you guys.
Go
Let me
ahead,
do
about the
this for
people
you
that own
guys.
the
Let me
country.
do this for you guys. You guys are thinking government. You guys are thinking
I'm not thinking
soldiers.
government. No,
Well, then maybe you're not. But
I'm not
I'm
at all.
thinking.
No.
I'm just thinking people with more money than they know what to do with.
These are companies. They're
Yes.
BlackRock. Like,
I think it's a
Companies.
have
bureaucratic.
you ever seen
bank
Carlin?
This is BlackRock. This is Yellow
you ever seen
Dildo.
Carlin's
Yeah.
bits in the 90s? Like, George Carlin called a lot of this stuff out in the 90s. He was talking about how there were going to be, like, there's 5 oil companies. There's going to be 2, and soon there's going to be 3 of these and 2 of these. And George Carlin
They
really
view
was observant.
Don knows his shit. Hey, Don knows his
America.
shit, bro. Don knows
They
his
view.
shit.
All right, you got to calm down. They view America
My bad.
they
Me
view
too.
America as a bunch of cows. You know, they're just a bunch of
Exactly.
consumers.
You know what we are? We're ATM machines to the state.
Yeah,
all we are is
we're
ATM
people.
machines.
We're people that they just sell shit to. So when I say that,
And
I believe that this country was sold a long time
and
ago.
they want to tax us to death. Listen. The same dollar gets taxed coming in, going out, and in between. Also, when we get tickets for like parking tickets, speeding tickets, red light, we are fucking nothing but ATM machines to the state.
Country goes to the sex shop and buys a brand new dildo. He gets taxed for that.
Fined for it. He gets
Hey, for real. Hey, look.
Not only does he get taxed for it, but he gets fined in the movie theater using it.
Hey, on some real shit. Hey, hold on. No, that's real.
Coming and going.
Hey, hold on. I'm trying to talk, but I'm fucking laughing at the same time, bro. On some real shit, though. On some real shit, they want to lead. They want to lead. American people to believe that we're the consumers. Motherfucker, we're the product.
Yeah, we
literally we are, and I believe that and this is gonna scare you guys. I think that maybe they sell us to different countries at a time, because I really don't believe that the American people are in control of what happens in their country. I don't. I would like to, but it's the illusion of choice, and that's what keeps you where you are. That you think you have a choice.
Illusion of choice.
And you know what, man? Look at Robert Garcia, man. This dude stays in the corner every weekend, bro. Man, he should be the fucking president. Shout
out to Joshua Kunju. This country is being bought piece by piece by foreign actors, no matter what admin runs the show. Yeah, man. Like like this country's basically prostituting itself because the size of
whatever foreign investor has the most money in it.
Yeah, and that's why I think the
did you know the Saudis
is.
own a lot of media? Saudi Arabia government owns a lot of media. ABC. Disney, like, they own a lot of the shit too, and a lot of the media is owned by foreign investors and foreign money.
And when it comes to alliances, and the geopolitical landscape, it's a marriage of convenience at the time for any country or nation. It's a marriage of convenience. That's it.
Yeah. There's a lot of money to be made if you're in the right industry in this country. There really is. And I should have gone to college and done something else. Like,
here's the acronym.
Okay,
here's the analogy.
Go ahead, Leo. Go ahead, Leo.
Look, coming back to my point. Do you remember? Coming back to the world.
This is round 12. I can't believe this.
Ukraine versus Russia.
Yep.
After that fucking disastrous meeting with Zelensky and Trump, I think it was 1 or 2 days later the Russians surrendered. They were attacking Kursk, and on the Russian propaganda, they were saying that Kursk was completely surrounded, and they were massacring everyone. 100 million soldiers, 100,000 soldiers in that city.
Mm-hmm.
That was a lie by Russian propaganda. Most of the people ran away from Kursk. They took minimal casualties. But that's not the funny part, because Russian propaganda, Russia is going to tell to the people that they had a huge victory, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
The funny thing was that Trump was saying that piece of Russian propaganda, and that was internal Russian propaganda. That didn't come to the media. And who feed him that piece of Russian propaganda? Because Trump was convinced that that was a massacre. That wasn't true. Most of those guys were, and that probably was Tulsi Gabbard. Because Tulsi Gabbard has been doing some weird fucking shit since.
Yeah, Tulsi's a weird. Tulsi's a,
Yeah.
look.
No, my point,
and there have been
point,
questions
Julian,
about Tulsi too. There have been questions.
Julian,
Heartbreaking.
my point is this:
Like,
what Putin is saying to you, that the real guys that control the country are the guys in the black suit. You know what sounds to me like he's gaslighting you.
I mean, okay, so fuck, I don't even know where to start with this. Okay, so first of all,
he's right in some regards. Yes,
no, but hold on, Leo, I love you, brother, but you're so misinformed. Larry, look, Kursk, this battle of Kursk, right? This present one, not the one from World War II, clearly. This battle of Kursk was almost a year before the meeting with Zelensky and Trump. So watch that one. And then when it comes to propaganda, Russia is notorious. So I'll give you this one. They are notorious, and they have been throughout history, right, for lying to their people about the casualties they're taking, how the fights are always going. Yes, matter of fact, nobody does it better than Russia.
Yeah,
when it comes to the U.S., the United States is fucked up as we are, because to keep it real, like you got to look at the earth like a hood, and all neighborhoods are challenging for dominance. So you got to be the most grimy, dominant motherfucker, and we are the only superpower on the planet, right? But what the U.S. in this aspect, throughout history, is known for always keeping the American people informed on the realness of what's going on in whatever war they're on.
I completely disagree with that.
Okay. Let me. I'm back. I'm back. I have a few things to say. One, Raymond Muratalla. Raymond is ass cheeks. He's not it.
Thank
you.
Two,
he's not it.
Right. That is.
Yeah.
All right, two, Leo, I like the angle that you took, that, well, when he says that, that's just a form of misdirection. He's just really trying to draw the attention away from himself, I gather. But I actually do believe that there is a hidden hand, because it's not the government shit, it's the money shit. The money shit is the one thing that transcends all the infrastructure, all the government. If you have enough of it, you're not subject to anybody's fucking laws.
Listen, listen, all you have to do is follow the money. Who are the people that lobby the most? And those are the black suits you're talking about. You're talking about big pharma. They're lobbying heavily. You can't sue big pharma for vaccine damage. Like who the fuck heard of not being able to sue anybody for damages for a drug, for a faulty drug? Like the big pharma has gotten away with murder. You can't sue them. You know, the Sackler family, they were sued, and then in the settlement, they made a deal that they can no longer go after them anymore for damages. Did you know that? And the government okayed it. Did you know that shit? Like, how do you not? How do you sign off on somebody being okay with hurting Americans, with killing people, with damaging?
You know why? Because those people in big pharma.
It's the oil companies. It's the oil companies. It's the tech companies. It's the pharmaceutical companies.
The Sackler family.
They're above the law.
They are keeping certain politicians in their position.
Bill Gates is above the law right now. There's a lot of George Soros is above the law. Warren Buffett is above the law. As long as they continue to write the checks and give the government money,
and I think that these are the people, and this is the other thing.
Bernie Sanders, the last guy I would have.
This is the other thing. This is the other thing. There are people behind those people, so that when you draw your guns, you don't even know who to fucking shoot at.
Exactly.
That was well said, Jules.
There are people behind those people. So
one thing, Alex.
Go ahead, brother.
I was talking about the Battle of Kursk. I understand that Kursk was taken by the Russians in the last year. The Ukrainians retook a portion of Kursk. And then Russian advanced once again and retook that portion of Kursk. That's what I was talking about.
Well, here's my issue with the Russia-Ukraine war in the U.S. That's not our fucking problem, bro. Like, listen, man, like,
No, it is our problem.
No. Listen, man, it's not. Listen, dude, y'all know Kiev is the heart of Russia, right? Y'all know that, right? Like that. Like before the Soviet Union existed, Ukraine was Russia. Like in Russia, they have a saying: Kiev is the heart, and St. Petersburg is the brain. Like that was the first capital of the country of Russia. Like they're the same people, right?
Yeah.
So whatever problem fucking Putin, listen, man, people can argue all day who's right when it comes to Putin and Zelensky, who's wrong, who's a fascist, communist, what I don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, all right, we have no business funneling billions of dollars in support of Ukraine unless anybody take a guess?
No, we're listen, we're the NATO is us. We fund that shit. So we've got to be there. We've got to be an ally to the allies that are near this country. We have to.
Okay,
it's
NATO's
like, that's
not
us. It's,
no, listen. We use NATO. We use NATO.
Where's the money coming from? They can't they're not self-sufficient.
No, that's my point. Who gives a fuck if they can't? Like, let me ask
you. That's our interest, though. That's our state.
Okay, hold on. No. It's not our interest.
Of course it is. We're paying
for it. No. It's not your interest. It ain't mine. It ain't Jules.
The country's interest. It's the country's
bro. If
interest.
Russia takes over Ukraine, we're fine. Nothing happens to us. They're still no more of a threat than they were before.
No.
Seriously, listen. Hear me out, bro. Hear me out. Let me finish. So, like, the Ukraine and Russia, right? Like, let's say Russia invaded Ukraine and they achieved their goal years ago. Like it was a short war and they won and they took over Ukraine, right? That's it, bro. It stops right there. They're not going anywhere else. Like,
why
if
not?
y'all look at the treaties between NATO and Russia, they broke it. We broke it first, then they broke it, and then we broke it, and then they invaded fucking Ukraine after Crimea in 2014.
Damn, that's crazy. But can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Did Murataya beat Loma?
No. Did y'all know that this was his first?
Tank?
Did y'all know he's 28 years old?
Man, that's crazy.
What?
Hey, did y'all see Rolly beat Ryan the other day? That shit was wild, man.
Are you stupid?
You know what I'm saying, bro? Hey, you know me, bro. I'm good with it. I'm whatever, man. Like, yeah, I'm easy going, man.
No, but Alex.
But no, I mean, if you want to keep, I'll finish it. I'll wrap it up in less than 60 seconds. Look, man. The only reason that we funnel billions into Ukraine is because the Biden administration and their fucking family, shady deals. He had his son on an executive as an executive board member.
I know. I'm aware. I just
you know what I mean? Like, bro, that shit stinks high hell, bro.
Whoa.
Budapest Memorandum? What the fuck is that?
Budapest Memorandum.
Yep, there, Domo knows what's up.
Budapest. Is that a spice?
That's just part of it. That's just
I'm about to TikTok it.
I think that was like some fucking Harry Potter spell.
Budapest Memorandum.
Budapest is rodents that comes out your
ass.
The
Budapest Memorandum is one of the treaties that got broke between the Baltic countries and Russia.
Mm-hmm. Listen, man, remember I said earlier, guys,
look at my fingers, Leo. Look at my fingers. Look at my fingers.
Bro, you forgot to make a circle with the other one and put it through it.
Yeah,
I mean, like, get that shit in there, bro. Sit on this.
I gotta do cast the spell. There it is.
Yeah.
No. Look, what I am saying is very simple. I was under the impression that the United States and Russia were enemies.
We're not.
Yeah.
Let me address Zeus. This is a pornography channel where we sometimes talk about boxing. Most
yeah. Zeus are bad.
We're
man.
usually talking about countries dildo.
Michael's not here, so we got to find other ways.
His tuna can of a dildo.
See, country fell asleep, so now we. Oh shit, he's back.
He's awake.
Oh shit, hide.
Fuck yeah.
Jules. Hey, Jules, you want to hear some funny shit? Like, my camera's not even on, bro, but I did the same thing. I like ducked up on my desk and shit.
Shit, hide. It's country. But listen, country, about that dildo. Never mind. Back to the.
Hey, look at highlight his comment.
He said they talk about their politics and porn. See, this guy gets it.
He knows what's up. He gets it.
He knows the score.
Shout out to he.
Just a black circle. He's like, hey, fuck that shit.
This guy gets it.
Hey, he got warrants, bro. I fucks with he.
Look, let me be honest with you. Do you know why we ended up talking about politics and the hidden hand?
Because this fight fucking sucked.
Yeah, these fights are fucking.
Ray read my fucking mouth like, bro.
Right?
Raymond
That fight
is
was so fucking
boring as
ass,
shit.
yo.
Hey, y'all notice when a good fight comes on for us, it's like we had a restaurant and the food just came. Everybody get quiet. You know what I mean?
Bro, I
Yeah,
literally
like,
got
honestly,
I got
like,
up to
if
smoke
that
three
fight-
separate times during that
If
fight.
that fight wouldn't have, like, bro, Raymond, can you get rid of this fucking guy in this bowl cut already, bro? Like, what the fuck?
Bro,
It's
hey,
11
bro,
o'clock.
Yeah, that was depressing.
That's
He
why
messed up
Russia
my
invaded
parlay.
Ukraine, bro. These
Thanks to that
pedestrian ass
fucking
fights,
fight, bro, I'm baked as shit. I got up
Yeah.
to smoke 3 different
Okay.
times. That fight sucked so bad.
Yeah, two things. Let's say, for example, what you say about Russia and
No, bro,
Ukraine.
for real, we still doing this?
Yeah, we're doing that.
I thought we jumped out.
We are doing this fucking shit.
I got you, fam. Hey, I'll be your.
All right,
Let's
listen.
go, baby.
I'll tell you what. I'll do some reading. I'll do some research on it, and then I'll be more than glad to have a debate with you on it.
No, hey, no,
No,
fuck
no,
you,
no,
John. I like
no,
that.
I need to do a little bit more research.
Don, I will debate.
I would never like. I'm not really saying a lot because I'm not as well read as you guys are on the whole thing. So I'd have to do a lot more research on it. Then I could debate.
Yeah, I think soon as some shit pop off like 9/11, like
let me
everybody
point
be on
out.
the same page.
Let me point out one more thing. You were saying that Kiev was the capital of Russia.
Bueller?
Yeah? Kiev was the capital.
Kiev, yes. That's the original capital of Russia.
Yeah,
The first
who are
capital.
saying that? The
Huh?
Russians? The Russians are saying that?
Otra vez? Otra vez?
Yeah, again.
What do you mean, who's saying that? It ain't who's saying it, bro. It's historical fact. What?
We can't debate.
Bro.
Ukraine,
Leo, that's not an opinion. That's an historical fact.
No, the historical fact is Ukraine is a different country than Russia.
No, bro, Ukraine was part of Russia. Oh my god, brother. Are you serious right now?
Chile was
You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me, Smalls.
Russia had a lot of countries before it broke up.
Oh, hold on, listen, because I'm half Ukrainian.
Ukraine was one of the countries that it had. And
before Russia became the Soviet Union, Ukraine, the Ukrainian country that you know now, was Russia. It was included in Russia. It didn't have any borders. There wasn't the Ukraine. It was just Russia. The first capital of Russia was Kiev. If you talk to any Russian or you look at history,
right now,
Kiev is the heart, St. Petersburg is the brain. Yeah. Okay, and then you had the Soviet Union, where Ukraine was, yes, a country, and it's an independent country, but committed to the Soviet Union and belonged to Russia while still having its own borders, but still the Soviet Union. Yeah. And then after the Soviet Union broke up in 1991, the Ukraine became 100% autonomous in its own country.
Yeah.
Does that make sense, Leo? You follow me, brother?
Yeah, I'm really following
that's not an opinion. Like, nobody's saying this. These are historical facts.
Yeah, you are telling me that
Ukraine's a relatively new country. It's a young country.
Yes, thank you. It's a very young country.
I remember when they entered in the Olympics. I was like, "What is this?"
Bro, Ukraine didn't become its own country until 1991.
Well,
after the dissolution of this.
The Ukraine is a new country, but the prostitution isn't. The prostitution.
That's been around for shout out to prostitution.
That was already going on. So, yeah, man. Damn, he ain't it, man. Can we talk about how shit he is? Can we do that?
He's a good fighter.
So fucking ass, bro.
No, but the thing is that Muratalla at his best, when I saw him, I thought, oh, okay, we got a good bruiser here. And I thought that's what he was. I thought he was a bruiser. But if it gets to the point you got a decision Abdullayev, you're not a bruiser. You know?
Did you see what Tim Bradley said?
What did he say?
Because he said that we were calling Frank Martin a prospect, a 30-year-old prospect. Muratalla is 28. Tonight was his first 12-round fight, bro.
Wow,
that's even worse.
I understand about Lomachenko. He came out the gate fighting 12 rounders. Like, his career is not like everybody else's career.
Did you see what he said about him earlier though?
What he said?
He basically said he was like, because I don't know what the other commentator's name was, but he was like, "Yo, so do you think like people are gonna be calling Raymond Muratalla for a shot? If he gets the title?" He's like, Absolutely, bro. He's easy work.
Okay, I
Like
mean,
if you go look at him, like he's like
no. I mean, like, look, before tonight, right? Before tonight, I already thought Keyshawn Davis would beat him. I already thought that. Gervonta's not gonna fight him. Whether he can beat him or not, he's not gonna fight him, so it doesn't really matter. Shakur Stevenson, he can beat him.
beat him.
Shakur Stevenson can beat Raymond Muratalla. He can beat him. I guess that's an avenue for him. The thing is that Raymond is like, do I want to see Stevenson versus Muratalla? Well, not really. No, Keyshawn Davis, yeah. Anything Keyshawn Davis, sign me up because he's gonna hurt the guy. He's gonna try to. He's gonna hurt the guy. But bad showing for Raymond. File him in B tier, maybe C tier, because that's what he looked like. C tier, B tier, high end C tier or low end B tier. He ain't it. That's the moral of the story.
Specific words. He called him a basic 1-2 puncher.
I think Loma will beat him. Probably knock him out.
What
are you saying?
These things have eggs and bacon in them.
Get the fuck out.
What is that?
Fuck yeah. Breakfast burrito.
Oh, is that a wait, hold on.
Hey, what
Just
store
look like
do you have
bars
where
of
you
soap
live?
or something.
Where do you get that shit from?
Here's the problem. It's cold in the middle. Fucking shit.
It's
Now
like
I gotta
Hot
get up
Pockets.
again.
Wait, you reheated those?
It's like a hot
No, it's frozen, bro. They're fucking frozen.
You
I
should
gotta
steam
reheat
them.
it though.
Nah,
Just
that sounds sketchy, bro.
You need to
I
throw
don't
them
know
bitches
about
in a
like.
pan with a little bit of oil, son.
Is that what I should have did? Because I put it in
That's
the air
exactly what you
fryer.
should have did, bro.
See,
you
I'm
should
a
you should
fucking dickhead.
steam it for
You
like
get-
Bro, see, you don't smoke enough weed, bro. Weed, like
steam
your
it and then
potheads will
fry
tell
it.
you exactly how to fucking cook some shit right now.
I'm gonna go put these shits in the air fryer.
Now you're cooking with peanut oil, baby girl.
Did you guys hear that? What's it called? Navarrete missed weight 5 times.
Bro,
Wait,
that's
what?
wild.
5 times.
Fat bitch.
My bad, 4 times. He made it on the 5th time. That's what it was.
I was
He
telling
missed weight
people.
4 times.
This
They allowed
Yeah.
her to get on the scale 4 times.
Yeah, they allowed Devin Haney to do that.
That shit crazy. I thought you could only do that shit like twice.
Nah. You could do it
great.
until you say,
No,
you
'cause
know what? I think
I
I'm done,
did
bro.
think the same shit. I thought you could only do it twice too.
Shout out to Zeus. Keyshawn Davis does to Muratalla what Brian Norman did to Santillán. Agreed.
I don't know about all that. That shit was crazy.
I can see that. I can see that. I can see
that was
Keyshawn
like
doing
a
that thing.
legendary beating. Like that's the type of beating that makes me think less of you as a person. Right
looks
after
like
that
math.
shit.
What do you think?
Man, it's like Rocky Dennis.
Damn, dog. Like you gonna tag
Like
his
I don't
character because he got knocked
like I don't
out?
respect you. Like yeah, bro, that's insane, bro. Like
That's fucked up, man. Guy
Like,
got
I'm
knocked
like,
out.
damn,
Give him a
what
break.
that was bad, bro.
That was bad though. I don't expect this to be very much. I don't. I mean, like, I just don't expect Suarez to. You know, I think Suarez is just a guy. He's just a guy. You know, and he's there.
I don't know, man.
The way he
had a bad weight cut.
Yep, the way he, I don't know. Navarrete he likes too many tacos in between fights, bro. So I don't know.
He does though. I heard he almost missed the weight. I heard that.
No, he did.
4 times, bro. 4 times.
No, he made it. It is for the
Yeah,
WBO title. He eventually made it, but he had to exhale to make it.
God
That's
damn.
what
He had
to
from his
exhale.
ass, so he farted.
You know what they gotta hit? Like they gotta start doing what UFC fighters do. They gotta hit the towel trick, bro. You know, push down on the towel when they put it out, so that shit takes up a lot of your weight, bro.
Yeah, man, do something because shit. And I heard that he hired Memo Heredia for this camp.
He should fire him.
Yeah, no, you're gonna
like
throw
how
that.
he took the jump,
So
bro.
he's gonna be
Fuck
extra
the jump.
already.
If even Uncle Memo can't help you get there, dog, then yeah, you just fucking
The
up,
memo shakes.
Memo shakes, bro. You know what I'm saying? 30 years old. Hopefully he'll do a unification match if he wins tonight, because it's like
Nah, he's moving up.
he is.
He straight up said he wanted to move up in weight if he feels what like after this.
Well, we saw what he looks like as a lightweight, fat and fleshy and
He's
slow.
getting his ass whooped again.
But I guess I could go for Navarrete versus Stevenson or Navarrete versus Davis, because if you're talking about moving up, okay, who are you gonna fight? Not Loma. Muratalla, you
Also,
think?
there's
I could go for that.
That's a bad. I know we just talked about Muratai, but I'll be completely honest. Muratai would beat the life out of Navarrete if
The
he went to
life, bro.
35.
He didn't beat the
Yes,
life out of Abdulaev. He's gonna beat the life
yes,
out of.
because Abdulaev is a
You're
35
fucking
pounder.
so
Navarrete is a
bullshit, bro.
fat
No.
130 pounder.
I don't know about that, dog. I don't know about that.
Nah, you're
If
tripping,
you
bro.
if you can't
He is a
fuck up
fat 35.
Abdulaev, if you look, he
Devin
couldn't fuck up
Haney
Tevin
stopped this one.
Farmer. He could. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dog.
Okay,
Like,
wait. Let me put it to you like this way. Who did Keyshawn Davis just fight last?
Dennis Baranchik.
He beat the crap out of that dude. And Navarrete had a full flesh fight with that guy.
That's true. That is true. That is true. But that's Keyshawn, though. You talking about though? That's not
Right.
Murataya. Come on now.
You think
can't.
Muratai couldn't take him out that fast?
No,
Fuck
because
no.
no.
I don't
No.
know if he beats him.
Well, did you watch that fight? You probably didn't, which I don't blame you.
No,
But-
yeah.
I didn't watch the first
really
6
watched
rounds.
it, to
I
be
watched the
honest,
rest of the
B.
fight.
You know what I'm saying?
I watched the rest of it.
Yes, did you
Bad
watch
advertisement,
that fight?
dog. That's a bad advertisement. Like, yeah, Raymond. I'm selling my stock now.
Bro,
I
that
didn't have
sucked ass
much.
and dick.
And I didn't have much.
What?
But
He didn't look
whatever I
that
had-
dangerous to you?
What the fuck was dangerous about him? He's having a whole boxing match with Abdulaev, bro. He's jabbing and shit and move. Like, what are you doing? You're gonna fuck this guy up or not? You know. So
He did fuck him up though.
No,
Yeah, he fucked him up.
No,
but
he
he didn't drop him.
No, he won.
Yeah,
He won.
Hey, how good
he
is
fucked up his
Suarez,
face,
man?
dude. Look at him.
How good is
Suarez, he's a double gold medalist. He's an Olympic double gold medalist, country. Best out of his
Is
country.
he?
No, I made all that up, bro. Come on.
Yeah, because I was like, I swear he didn't even win in
Fucking
2015.
Olympics.
He lost to
Fucking
Cordelia. I was about to be
Olympics.
crazy. I was like, am I tripping?
Fucking
The guy won 2 gold medals, and you're just now hearing about him tonight.
Well, he's 18-0, so I mean he's.
I mean,
pretty good, but
he won the gold in the Pan American Games.
I mean, he's good.
No one.
So is he like an end fighter?
Yeah, he is an in fighter, though. Yeah, he is an in fighter. Like, if you're talking about what kind of fighter he is a fighter. He's a scrapper. He's a scrapper.
Oh, it should be a good fight then, because Navarrete, I like Navarrete a lot, but he does give up his height to just be banging on people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this should
Like
be a
that
good fight.
Fundora issue.
This should wake country up.
Dude, Navarrete fights are great, dude. He's just,
they are though.
Also,
Like
controversial
he
opinion.
just throws down, dude.
I thought he looked pretty bad in the Valdez fight.
Great, dude. That
bad? You thought he looked bad? Like, nah. He
in the
looked
second
like
one, in the second one, oddly enough, I thought he won, and I was like, yo, it's great that he knocked him out. But I was like, he looked slow. It looked more like. Okay, it looked more like Valdez just can't do shit to this guy than this guy's actually doing a better job than he did in the first
I
fight.
disagree. I remember both fights. He kicked the crap out of Valdez. The only thing he
The
didn't do
first
was
fight-
DDT him.
Here comes
Second
Charlie
fight though, I was
Suarez.
like,
Oh,
I
there's
don't
just
know, he looked
landing
slow.
hooks and stuff. I'm like, bro, Navarrete's chin is like stupid.
He was getting hit with more shots. Like I just did not see the same like ability that I saw the first fight.
It could be because he came down from 35. Remember, he came down from 35 before that, right before that.
Navarrete has a moon face. I like that.
And yeah, he looked like he ate a fridge, bro.
Yeah, he had titties. He had titties.
Yeah, he was out at Taco Tuesday too long, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, horchata titties, dude.
Horchata. That's
I
hard
like
to say
that.
because the H is so close to the R. Horchata.
Burachata. Burachata. Raven Burachata.
Maybe Suarez surprises us all tonight because this guy had a hard cut. If he gets in with one of those Filipino left hooks, you never know. Could have a new champion.
Yeah,
Does
but
Navarrete
know,
like
always
this?
with
a
the
chin though, dude.
Foreign fighters box recs and like try to find when they get outside the country what they do.
Here he comes.
Navarrete has a chin, dude.
He does though, but he also had a hard cut.
With his typical black
I
hat.
mean, just give him a fucking couple of birria tacos and he's good.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
Yeah, that and the Corona,
His
man.
face is
It's
shaped
all
like
Yeah.
a
yellow.
crescent moon.
He's fine, dude.
Grew his mustache for this fight.
Right after he finishes the
Give
tacos and the Modelo, he se puede.
Yeah,
se puede.
he's gonna be all right.
Hey, when do the effects of the tariffs kick in?
I don't know.
Like in the summer?
They already have, I believe. Haven't they? Yeah, they just had like a break or something.
Are any of them in effect?
No, I think it takes a couple of months to like really.
No.
They
Are
got
they
to
in effect?
calculate
Though?
everything.
I want to know if any of them are in effect because I haven't seen anything like in effect yet.
Oh,
I think it comes in the summer, right?
they affected the pay-per-view prices for PBC, bro.
I gotta look.
But
that
yeah,
shit
they're
up.
not in effect yet. You have like
Yeah.
90 days.
Yeah,
Or,
see,
well,
the thing
last
is,
time I checked.
the thing is, they're not in effect, but people are starting to charge like they are, and that's fucked up.
Hey man, they're preparing y'all. Oh well,
They're being greedy.
Them ring girls, boy. Woo. My future wife and my future baby mama. They just don't know it yet.
I don't know. One of them got like lips that look altered. It's bothering me.
Yeah, they both can get it. Goddamn.
So does anyone have the nondescript Filipino winning this fight?
I don't
No.
think so.
Country, what the fuck are you typing? Your resume?
That is the oldest looking referee
His
I've
memoir.
ever seen.
Motherfucker writing that shit on a typewriter.
Oh shit!
Old school.
Oh shit! Hey Jules, your boy Lubin won. I just seen
He
that
won?
shit.
Your
by
boy.
not by stoppage.
I'll tell you what.
Harry
I'll
the
tell you.
lubricant.
No, I'll tell you what. That's Murtazaliev's mandatory now. So
Really?
did he win?
Yeah, Tommy Fury.
Yeah, that was an IBF eliminator.
That was an IBF final eliminator.
Yeah.
It's time to put up or shut up.
Time to put up
That's
a
gonna
shut
be
up.
a banger.
No, it's not. But hey,
No,
you know,
Lubin be going for it, man.
Lubin be dying for it. That's what I be seeing, bro. That motherfucker be getting cooked.
Remember that Fundora fight, bro?
Yeah.
That
Look like a
motherfucker
fucking
looked like he
Ninja
had an
Turtle.
allergic reaction to them punches, bro. He
like
looked like Will
Donatello
Smith
coming
and
off that
Hitch with Eva
Yo,
Mendes,
Fundora
man.
beat his ass so bad he accused him of being on steroids, bro.
Yeah, he said. I think he said something about loaded gloves.
Yeah, I remember because I made that joke right after. And I was like,
how hard he was hitting him. Fuck.
nothing but
Shit was
pure
crazy.
Mexican power in those hands.
He did drop Fundora too. Like, it was a good fight.
He dropped him in that fight. He did.
With the broken face.
God damn.
Looked like the Elephant Man.
That was a good. That was actually one of the better fights the PBC put on. That one, Hurd versus Lara. That was
Charlo versus Castaño.
Those were both good fights. Both of them
Those was
shit.
good fights.
Yeah.
PBC got a lot of good fights. I like Porter.
I don't know about all that.
Yo, Jules, so do you think Navarrete is about to
Fig
pop
always
this
try
guy's
to
cherry?
sneak that shit in there. You try to sneak that shit in there. Like, nah.
Porter Spence wasn't good.
I heard.
No. You said a lot, dog. A lot means a lot. Like, nah, they got a few. I don't know about a lot. They got a few. Okay.
Thurman
So, Jules,
Porter.
is this guy about to pop
Thurman
this
Porter
guy's
was
cherry
good.
or what?
Anything with
is
Sean
Navarrete?
Porter is good. I don't know.
Because Sean Porter was always one of the more underrated fighters they had. He was the one who was willing to fight everybody, if you notice.
He's the opposite of Devin Haney. He actually throws
Jules,
punches.
remember those like
He fought Paulie Malignaggi, Adrian Broner, Kel Brook, Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, Yordenis Ugas, Crawford. You fight everybody, bro.
Yeah. And he beat Ugas in the amateurs. I mean, not Ugas, Usyk.
Usyk.
He actually did.
You know what I'm saying? He got an Usyk victory.
How did he beat Usyk?
With a ladder. Was a ladder match, tables and ladder match.
I remember people used to make that joke too. I forgot who it was.
No, the thing was that Usyk
Man, he
was
looks
thin.
soft,
I heard
dude.
the story. Usyk was thin, and Sean said the next time I saw him, the next year, puberty hit. Because when he fought him, he felt like a little kid. That's what Porter said. And then he said after he beat him, and the next year he saw him, puberty hit. He completely filled out.
Yeah, makes sense. Those are those guys are in two different weight classes.
That shit reminds me of like what's it called? that dude that said he beat Cotto when he was like 12 years old, and I started dying. Yeah, it was Ivan Calderon. That's who it was. It was Ivan
man,
Calderon.
okay.
Petty ass shit.
Yeah,
Oh
they trying to-
shit!
yeah.
You're right.
Damn,
This-
Suarez, you want to
Yeah, this
fuck
motherfucker
the
ain't
feel out
playing.
around? Okay, Suarez.
Oh, yeah, Suarez. Yeah, he ain't bullshit.
He's not playing. Yo, fucking. Now I look flabby as fuck, bro. Flabbier than usual.
I was gonna say you could tell he just got done eating some beans, bro.
For
That
real.
shit.
Good shit. Shout out to Domo. Sean whooping on Paulie like that was he beat the shit out of Paulie. Most people forget they fought. He beat the shit out of Paulie.
He fought Devin Alexander too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that was like the first fight I saw from Sean.
Oh shit! And I was not taking that shit. Tries for a
He
big.
fought Devin Alexander.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Oh, you
Damn.
wanted to fight? You wanted to fight, Charlie?
Yo, I feel bad for Devin Alexander. I feel like he had to fight everybody.
For real.
Bro, come on,
Imagine you had
Suarez.
to fight.
Fuck it,
Yo,
American
ball.
whooped his ass.
Suarez respecting that shit.
Grab
I'm
a
like, all right,
handful.
motherfucker.
Ooh, that leg didn't look good.
Yeah, how the fuck does
Yeah.
Navarrete get these
He lost
angles
balance.
on his punches? Or
I
something?
mean,
that should be working.
these are pretty bad foot movements. I'm not gonna lie. It's not hard to get those angles when you're moving like that. Nah, that's not even disrespectful. It's like, I mean,
It
it's
sounded
like,
like a compliment, but it wasn't.
it's like, nah, because it's like, yo, how did he get to that position? I mean, I don't know, bro. He stepped in way too deep and got into that position, bro. Nobody else is doing that because, you know, it's a
You're
bad
not supposed
idea.
to. It's not a good idea.
Everything is
Get away with that
tired.
shit, though, dog. Like,
Ooh.
Charlie respecting that shit.
Fuck it, Navarrete does no foot drills in the gym. Just
Dude,
straight
Navarrete is
punching
throwing
bag.
punches like he's throwing a bowling ball, dude. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Oh shit.
These angles, bro. Like, look how wide
Whoa,
the punches coming,
shit.
Ooh. Suarez is
It's
already
crazy,
over.
though. It doesn't matter how fat Navarrete gets, he still has some version of head movement.
I think that the more out of shape he looks, the better he fights.
Bro, Navarrete is so fucking unorthodox. It's insane, bro. I love
It's
it.
ridiculous.
He looked like that dude in the bodega. That once if you steal them chips, he gonna get up off that milk. Oh shit!
Nose busted.
Now he like that slow but not stupid dude that you just don't fuck with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you better leave him alone.
Yeah.
Suarez is already leaking.
Yeah, bro, he's been getting hit with some hard ass
Wow.
shots.
Eso.
He ain't never been hit by no shit like that,
bro. I had to go
Damn,
deal with
his
the
nose is
kids and
already
shit,
on his
man. I
period.
was gonna ask everybody right when they were doing the intros, but I had to go deal with some kids. But like, I was like, hey, anybody got Suarez? Anybody got Suarez? Just in case.
I did.
Suarez
Everybody
nose
said no.
already leaking, y'all. His nose already leaking, like
Bro,
goddamn.
Navarrete with titties is like a mystic fighter, bro.
He's
like a
he's
mythical fighter.
like an unlockable character. Like you gotta
know what I mean?
unlock him, bro. It's
Yeah, that's
Noob
like a
Saibot.
legendary skin right there with the titties.
Yeah, Navarrete with the titties.
Tetas, bro. That's a tetas of power, bro.
I thought that would be Spence's
I'm
mythical
feeling
fighter,
like
bro.
this is gonna be a 5th round stoppage from watching that first round.
Suarez trained
Yeah,
8 weeks.
Navarrete smells blood in the water, bro.
Yeah.
Man, if Navarrete
No, he
was
don't,
in
bro.
a Chinese kung fu movie,
I don't think this shit lasts 2 to 3 more rounds. I don't think.
I don't think Suarez has 6 rounds in him, bro.
Nah, bro.
I don't think he's
he ain't
got
got
3 in
5,
him,
bro. He ain't got 4 in him, dog.
I
Like,
don't even think he's got 3 in him, bro.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like, that shit went from 6
Oh
to
my
5 to 4 to
God.
3.
Yeah, this dude's a 3-pump chump.
Oh, they all drinking beer.
Navarrete would be a drunken.
Hey, so hold on. Are you saying Suarez is a 3-pump chump, dog?
Fuck, man.
Yeah.
I'm saying he's a 3-pump chump, bro. Like
3-pump
Navarrete's about to take
chump,
his
dog. There it is.
his butthole.
The panel has spoken. Oh yeah, he's got nothing for Navarrete. Look at that shit, bro. This is sad. Oh fuck, here we go. It's gonna get worse.
Yeah, no, we're about to witness a fucking masterclass ass whooping.
Yeah, a little slaughter action.
What you call putazos?
Putazos, yo.
Telling you, man, Navarrete would be a drunken kung fu master in a 70s
No.
Chinese flick, man. I'm telling you.
Type shit. No,
Fucking
man.
mad awkward, weird haircut, pero chingón y cabrón, bro.
He's got a guama in one hand and a chingazo in another.
Ooh, left hand.
Remind me
Oh,
of Monko Chewy.
Yeah. What was that movie where homeboy was like, he's like, oh yeah, Stifler's like a little bit of lightning, a little bit of thunder. Navarrete's like, he's like, Navarrete's like, I got a Barrera and I got a Morales. What's up, bro?
Why do boxing referees always look so weird?
What you mean weird?
They just look like weird people.
That's like a crazy random straight, bro.
Yeah, that was weird.
That dude does look weird, dog.
He just old, bro.
Nah,
he built weird though.
He
built like Lurch.
He built like Nate Diaz.
He looked
skinny
like
fat.
he looked like he played a clarinet or some type of shit.
Right?
Like some odd
This
shit.
nigga said a clarinet.
Hey, Jules, fuck the clarinet. Hey, Jules, he played the recorder. Remember the recorder in the 90s?
He played some shit like
the recorder.
Oh, bro.
Wait, what happened to Navarrete?
Yo, our class.
Hey, bro. Here's another reason why I fucks with Navarrete heavy, y'all. My man stay having a little bit of chichos on the side. Look at his waistline. Look at the chichos, bro. And he still be fucking dudes up, bro.
He trained 8 days for this fight, bro.
You know what I mean? Bro, look at that uppercut. Like, where was it going?
8 days is hilarious.
Oh shit! Good counter left, but it didn't do nothing.
No. Every time Navarrete get hit, he just wipe his nose. Like, we good.
Damn, fuck.
Yeah, the power difference here is kind of insane.
No, Navarrete trained by going in the treadmill in 3 days.
Yeah.
That's all he did.
Damn.
He went for a round. He said, I sweat a little.
I'm ready.
I'm good. I'm
ready.
That's enough for today.
This round needs to end so I can go hit my homemade cigarette.
He punched a motherfucker in his way home.
Man, I miss cigarettes. No shits. Man, I miss cigarettes. I ain't gonna front.
Man, Navarrete swings like he's trying to turn on a weed eater and shit.
Cigarettes and coffee, bro. That shit was so fucking good. Yeah,
it's a lot
that
of people.
Better than peanut butter and jelly.
Hey man, he's popular over here. But actually, where is he? Is this Arizona still?
I think that's
Arizona. San Diego.
Navarrete fights.
Never mind. Right.
Have you seen?
How'd that air fry him do him, you fat bitch?
Good fuck.
Have you
Hey,
seen
man,
one
I
of
ain't even
those?
gonna lie. I'm frying up some hash browns right now, bro.
Have you seen one of those videos that a guy gets scared by a ghost or something like that? It start throwing punches.
That's how Navarrete looks.
That's Navarrete.
Yeah, like he's trying to swat a bee or some shit.
Yeah.
So like, where does he rank for like all time Mexican fighters at these weights at this point?
I mean, you gotta give him credit that he's been a 3-weight champion. It doesn't really get said enough. Hey, he's a champion at 122, and he won it from a champion. Also, he won it from Isaac Dogbay. At 126, I think it was a vacant title at 126, right?
126.
Yeah,
no. Dogbay held it. Dogbay held it.
No,
that was 122. That was 122.
Oh, you're talking about a 26.
26.
Yeah.
I think it was vacant.
Man, poor Dogbay, man. He didn't deserve that shit.
He lost fair and square, man. He lost fair and square.
No, you'll say, yeah, he lost fair and square, but he got his ass whooped.
Bro,
both them fights, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Y'all remember Dogbay used to say Niho? That was
Niho.
They was trying to get that shit popular.
They switched that shit. Hey, they switched that shit to Mijo when he was over. Hey, bro. But Dogbay, that motherfucker got a skull, bro. He took so many blows before he crumbled, man, or went down in them fights. Like, I was like, yo.
I remember they had a.
I hope he
Christina.
doesn't end up with CTE or some shit, because that guy took a hell of beatings.
Matter of fact, speaking of like we was going back to earlier, man, reviewing people's legacies and shit. I think by the time he retires, Navarrete is gonna be a Hall of Famer.
Maybe. I can see that.
I think he'll make it. He won't be highly touted. Everyone will remember him, but he'll make it.
He needs one more big fight.
Yeah.
Oh man.
If he won at lightweight, I would agree. But it's like, I'm gonna be real. It's really your best one is like Oscar Valdez at this point.
I mean, but here's the thing you got to consider, my brother, is like, you know, he fought the best of the best in every division he was in. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they might not have been big names, big money fights, but like he still fought the best dudes that were in divisions that he was in.
I disagree. He didn't fight.
I don't see a Hall of Fame resume yet. I'm saying He's one big win away from me.
And that's what I said. What I said was, by the time he retires, he'll be Hall of Famer. The trajectory his career's on.
What champion you think he could beat at 35?
Muratalla.
Yeah.
All right, bro. Sure.
I mean, so long as he don't move up until his body's naturally ready, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
His what? His body is naturally ready right now. He missed weight like.
I mean, yeah, it's that time. What he missed like 4 or 5 times, bro.
Yeah, you made weight on your 5th try. I've never heard that before.
Yeah. So like I mean, if he's naturally ready, man, I mean, a lot goes into it. He's got to get the right strength and conditioning coach for the next weight class. You know what I mean? So he can keep his power and shit. So it's like, but like I said, the trajectory so far shows, his historical record shows he's on a trajectory to end up in the Hall of Fame when he retires.
Isn't he old now? Like, not old, but what's he, like 30, 32 or something?
Yeah, but you got to remember, when guys fight at them lower lightweight classes like that for most of their career, they preserve a lot of miles on themselves, bro.
Hell no, them little motherfuckers fight to lay hamburger. Hell no.
What I'm saying is, those motherfuckers who are starting the lowest weight classes, or those really low ones, and stay in the low ones, those motherfuckers retire with crazy numbers of fights. All of them. You look at heavyweights. The heavier the weight gets, the less amount of fights on average motherfuckers have in the Hall of Fame or in general. You know what I'm talking about, Jules? You know what I mean? Like them lighter weight classes, those motherfuckers records.
Them little motherfuckers fight till they burger, dog. They
bro, their records are crazy. Bro. Like wins or losses don't matter, but they have a shit ton of fights in their career, way more than the heavier weights.
I don't think Navarrete got that type of longevity in him from the fights I've seen, or some of the fights I've seen anyway.
Yeah.
Because technically he does everything wrong. Eventually somebody's gonna.
Yeah, he gonna end up like Burchill.
But I mean, like, it hasn't happened. So like, we're just assuming that that's the thing.
Hey,
you know
Burchill was on
a cracking. It's gonna catch his.
No, I ain't talking about Burchill. I'm talking about Navarrete.
I'm just saying that
Burchill Navarrete is apples and oranges.
Burchill was doing his thing until he wasn't. That's how that went.
But Burchill had a style. You don't know what the fuck Navarrete is doing. You don't know what he has.
Navarrete has a style. He's a pressure guy. That's a style.
No, I don't mean like that, but I mean like when he pressures, you said it yourself, like, how the fuck do you prepare for this guy? You don't know what he's gonna throw and when, what angle, and like fucking he's very
fights like a girl.
The same way you beat Hamed.
These punches
I mean, he fights like a girl, but here he is. Like,
it's like,
I don't know, man.
I don't know, like
he's awkward as fuck, and it's fucking working, man. I'm just like, I think he'll retire, and then at some point before we pass away, that motherfucker's ending up in the Hall of Fame. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know, like controversial
One big win is what I think, that if he could go, let's just postulate that he goes back to 35, fights Muratalla for the BO, or no, the BF, and he wins it. I could see him getting in the Hall. 4-weight champion. I could see that. I could see if he wins that fight, I could see that.
And another thing, all of his fights are exciting.
Yeah.
That fight against Dan Barenchik kind of sucked.
Yeah,
but that's one fight though. Let's be real. That's one fight. That fight did suck. I ain't gonna front, but it was one fight.
I'll give you that one. That's true. But like I said, like other than that, like he's always entertaining, man. He's always in good scraps. My man even gets knocked down once or twice here or there, in his career. Boom. Still exciting. Still fucking motherfuckers up. Like, that's what the Hall of Fame loves. Multi-weight world champion. That's what the Hall of Fame loves. You know what I mean? Like you said, Jules, probably just one more big win away.
Does anybody trust Abdullah Mason's chin?
I don't.
No.
I don't. After getting knocked down twice in one round. I mean,
and he wasn't even fighting like the high-level guy. That wasn't even a high-level dude. You know what I mean?
I think he was just, that guy was a hard puncher, to be fair, and I think he was just too over aggressive. You should not be fighting like that.
I mean, and I can't argue with you. Like, I mean, that's not what I'm saying, but that might be a case. That's a possibility. But I don't know, man. I don't think so. I don't trust this shit. I'm gonna say no. I don't trust it.
Oh my god.
Where's
I will be so fucking mad fighting this guy.
Oh, good right hand.
Chill the fuck out.
Nice little counter.
Come on, Navarrete. Come on.
Navarrete is very awkward, man.
He's like tired and shit, man. Navarrete tired, bro. Ooh.
Oh man, he's hitting him in the back of the head. He shouldn't be doing
Well, Navarrete keeps. Well, okay, now he's ducking his dad. All right, never mind. They were both ducking their heads down for a second.
Come on, 5th round KO.
Hey, y'all still? Is the round still going for y'all?
Just ended.
Oh shit! All right, my bad. I'm like 8. I don't know, maybe 5 seconds ahead of y'all. Maybe 10. All right, so let me chill.
I was gonna say before, controversial opinion. I don't think that I'm not saying he's ass, but I'm saying the second you see Navarrete fight somebody that has a similar arm reach or height, his ability goes very low. Like the fights magically become much closer.
Okay. Huh?
Oh.
But this guy has neither of those things, so there's nothing to worry about there. Damn. That is a crazy shot to get hit with right there.
Yeah, who was that guy who dropped Navarrete when he moved up?
Liam Wilson.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy was tall. He caught him. Yeah, I definitely can see that because he pulls straight back. He does like a lot of.
Yeah. But for me, man, I don't hold knockdowns to fight all the fighters who've been knocked down, all the people we talk about. Like, I don't hold a knockdown against them in the same way most boxing fans do. And this is what I mean. Like, I see, all right, whenever this dude gets knocked down, so you got Dude A. Whenever he gets knocked down, right? Every time he's actually fucked up. Look at Dude B. Yeah, he gets knocked down too sometimes, 1 or twice in his career, or maybe, he's one of the dudes who gets knocked down almost every fight, but is still winning. I'm like, every time he gets up, this motherfucker is good. Right away, he's good. He's not hurt at all. I'm like, okay. So that's when I started, the whole conversation about what's a good, good chin or bad chin. I'm like, I don't know, man. There's some people, it's just no point in knocking them down. They just get right back up like nothing happened. You know what I mean? So is that really a bad chin?
I don't take it lightly when people get knocked down. Having power to recover is always a good quality in your chin, but getting dropped. If you get dropped, shit. That's one.
I'll say getting knocked down is more of a result of bad defense than a bad chin.
Yeah, because you could have a solid chin, but the right timing,
off balance,
off guard, off balance, boom. You know what I mean? So y'all see what I mean, though? You see the point I'm making? There's so many variables. So I just break it down and make it simple for myself as a boxing fan. And this, I'm not expecting to argue with anybody. I'm just giving y'all my view on this, and I like to hear what everybody thinks. That's it. And for me, it's just then there's 3 types of dudes. There's those dudes you cannot fucking knock down. Their chins are rock solid. I don't care who you are and what division that they're fighting in. You're not knocking this motherfucker. Because we all seen plenty of people retire with never being knocked down, right? And then there's the next group. And the next group is there's some dudes, man. If you knock them down, you got them. If you knock them down, you're gonna be able to finish them. When they get knocked down, these motherfuckers are actually hurt, and the chances is high in your favor. Now, and so it's in your hand to fuck it up. Ooh, nice. And then there's the
shit. Shit.
There you go. Go. And there's the last group, man. You know what the last group is? The last group is those motherfuckers. There's no point in knocking them down. As soon as you knock them down, they get right back up, and they're acting like nothing happened. You know what I mean? That's it. Those are the categories for me. So there's too many variables, like I was saying. There's too many variables.
Some 15-year-old fucked me up today, so I'll say that.
What? You got whooped by a 15-year-old?
Yeah, I was sparring with this 15-year-old kid.
Oh,
fucking.
Hold on, how big was he compared to you?
Oh, dude, he was fucking fast as fuck.
Yeah, be fucking with kids, dog.
And how old are you, bro?
I'm 49.
Okay, yeah, bro. See, I'm 42. Look, I ain't getting in there. Look, in the gym I used to train at, I ain't getting there with no 15-year-old bro my size. Hell no.
Oh, dude, I mean, he's a good kid. He's he was working, but we're supposed to go light. But all it takes is one fucking hard jab, and then they start going heavy. So he's
that's
like,
what I'm
"Hey
saying.
man, he's like, I had to turn it up, dude, because you turned it up," and I'm like, "Oh, dude."
But you let him stop playing games. You let him.
You know what? It's work, dude. He needs to.
Thank you. Yes, because I was like, bro,
He needs
like
the
I
work.
said, I was like, whenever I'm in that position, I'm like, I'm not gonna know, because if I try a little bit, if I try to win this sparring session or this little scrimmage or whatever, I'm like, I'm gonna hurt this kid like bad. Like it just take one punch, like you said. So I'm like, you know what, man? Let me just make sure I don't look super stupid and get fucked up a little bit, and then I'll work on some little tricks and things, try some stuff, and let him get his. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to, bro. You have to.
No, it was good. It was all good though, but we did like an hour and a half of sparring today, and it was just fucking rough.
Nice.
I can't be going every day. I'm like, I try to go to the gym every other day now because I can't go every day.
He's cut. He's cut. That's a
classic.
bad
Well,
one.
you gotta show. You gotta show them who you are.
Ooh.
Otherwise, you end up with Benavidez
right above the
sparring
eyebrows.
stories.
That's a bad
They
cut,
might
bro.
drop that.
Oh
That's
shit!
not.
That's a bad cut.
Is that a
bro.
head clash?
Fuck.
That's
Is that
bad.
That's right above the
It's not in
eye.
a bad spot though.
No,
It's
it's
above
not.
the
But is
eye.
it
It's above. It's right above the eye.
That's
Is it a
Long
head?
as, as long as it's not on the eyelid, you're straight. Long
Is
as
it
it's
a
not
head
on the
clash?
eyelid.
It's at the
Here's
corner
my
of the
thing.
eye.
Was that a headbutt or a punch?
Yeah,
There's a headbutt.
it looks like a head
Yeah, it's
clash.
a headbutt. That is a bad
Definitely
Oh,
cut.
yeah,
so.
headbutt. Yep, headbutt. Oh shit.
Yeah.
No.
It might drip into the eye because it's above the. Yeah,
Never
that is
ready. You
dripping
gonna
into
have
the
to
eye.
finish
No,
this
I think
guy
it was a
this
left
round,
hook,
bro.
bro.
It was a headbutt after that.
Oh, the headbutt after the
Yeah.
left hook. Okay. All right,
That
now
That was
man.
a punch. No,
Hey,
it
we
was a
gonna
punch.
see
was
his.
a
Hey,
punch.
we gonna see his for real
Was
great
a
now,
punch?
bro.
Yeah, it
What's
was
up
a
with the
punch.
Aztec
Like
player?
put the replay.
You gotta finish him because the ref might stop this for real.
Yeah.
I hope they stop the fight, man. It's already over 4,
Ooh.
so come on.
Oh no, it is. You're right.
Yeah, it's past 4, so they'll go to the cards.
Yeah.
But it's off a
No,
punch, right?
if it's a punch, that's a stoppage.
That's a stoppage.
No, it wasn't a punch. It was a headbutt.
No, it was a
No,
punch.
you
was a
literally
punch.
It
can
was a
see
left
it. Like,
punch. It was a left hook.
No,
That's
there
not
was
a-
the
there's-
left
his-
hook, and then they hit heads after that.
no, his head doesn't clash with him. If you look at the replay,
Oh
his head
yeah,
straight
he
up does
gonna
not clash.
damn
Yeah.
Navarrete
Bro,
about
the-
to get stopped.
Hey,
Come
the
on,
left-
Navarrete. Don't do this to me, bro.
Damn, this is a crazy turn of events.
Undefeated.
Don't do this to me.
What?
dude.
Go for it,
Shit.
kamikaze.
He's got to go for it.
Oh,
Kamikaze.
shit.
Shit.
Yo, they're not gonna let him out
All
that
right,
corner.
I'm gonna mute y'all.
Oh, that's bad.
They're not gonna let him out that corner, bro. You got to. You got
Undefeated.
to.
Go
You gotta
outside, do
finish
a
the
rain
fight.
dance.
Nah, I'm gonna go beat my shit. I'll be back.
I mean, that's some form of brain.
Yeah, they're not gonna let him out.
No, they'll let him out. They'll let him out.
Yeah, that it's not horrible.
He'll be okay.
It's
He'll
not
be
horrible, dude.
Come
The-
on
the-
now, stop acting
The
like a
Tim Zhu
bitch.
cut was
Do
worse.
it.
The
Yeah,
Badu
yeah,
Jack cut.
that
The
is
Badu
true.
Jack cut was worse.
Yeah,
I don't
that
know how
was
those
worse.
fights gotta continue.
Yeah, I don't know how that fight continues either.
Dude,
Oh, the
Tyson
Badu Jack
Fury's
shit, the Badu
eyelid
Jack
was
was
worse.
legendary.
I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know
But
how.
Nava's
That
got to
was-
stop.
no.
Nava's got to stop pawing at it. Those are bad optics, man.
You know
Yeah.
what? Tyson
Yeah.
Fury's cut reminded me of House of Prime Rib.
Like Navarrete needs like a little burst of sellout energy, bro. Just go
Yeah,
all
dude,
in
he
on
needs
this
to,
dude.
he needs to go all out.
Just flurry
Get
him
that
the
man a
fuck up.
Twinkie.
Go hard. Yeah.
Oh, he's getting hit.
Get that man some sugar.
Like you need to make your opponent second guess his confidence right now.
Yeah, because Suarez is Suarez.
Yeah.
right
Suarez
now.
Suarez got a little momentum swing. You know what I'm talking about?
Snosberry tastes like snosberries.
Yeah, bro. They always do, bro.
Shit, I had a feeling about this fucking Suarez
Fucking
guy.
schnozberries, bro.
No, fuck.
No, you will.
Hey, shut up. Get the fuck out of here.
Almost that Tank would have already quit by now. Oh shit!
Fucking Jules, man.
Oh,
Come
come on.
shit.
Bro.
Do it.
Selling out.
Knock his head
Selling
off.
out.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Selling out.
Oh.
Her country was talking shit.
Hey, bro. Hey, if Tank got cut like that, bro.
Yo,
he
he
would've
ran
stopped. He would've
clean
took a knee
into
and
that
then his opponent, bro.
Yo, you gotta stop pawing at your fucking eye, bro.
Oh. Nah, yeah, Hank would
Cameraman
have probably
running
quit.
in there like
Told
that.
y'all that shit's nasty.
Yeah, he's falling at his eye too much. That's a really dumb idea. And you took a punch at the end too.
You gotta stop
No,
doing that shit.
He had
that's
so
a
much
bad-
momentum when he ran into that shit.
Well,
That's
he
a
looked like he was
bad
gonna
cut.
tackle him when he ran over there,
Why
bro.
did he do that?
Come on, get
I'm
that blood out
surprised
of
he
his
didn't
eye.
get
now. Come
slipped.
on now.
Like, bro.
That cameraman ran into the fucking.
Bro, he's
ring
about to
and
trip, bro.
shoved that camera deep. in
Imagine
that
if he
nigga's
would have
face,
fell with that
bro.
big ass camera.
He said, "Hey,
It's a
let me
rapid
see you right
cut.
quick, bro."
Bang!
Yeah, that was a straight punch. There was no headbutt involved, man.
Yeah, that was a punch, man. That was a left hook, man.
Boom. Yeah, no head clash there.
Suarez.
Hey, that was that was good that he made the
man.
ref think it was a headbutt because he got some time off of that shit. Ref checking and the doctor stopped and checked it. That was smart.
They might score that shit again. Yeah, that might.
Yeah, they might stop this shit.
Come on.
That would be a very bad way to lose your title.
If he don't stop pawing it, it's fine, Doc. It's not even bleeding. Look, the coagulants.
He's pawing at it too much though. It's about to start bleeding.
You said the coagulants in there? Hell yeah, shit
good,
is.
man. The coagulants in there, the Vaseline's in there. He's good to go, man. Come on now.
Suarez has got to hit him in that cut.
The butt plug is in there. It's all ready to go.
Butt plug's in there. He's ready, man.
Rub my head on his head. I'll be doing I'll be rubbing it like fucking dude did.
It's the battery charge though. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, rub that shit.
Here comes Julio.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
That was nice how he set that up.
Oh
damn!
Oh!
You ain't fucking around, bro.
Oh shit!
Ghetto ain't fucking around right now. Woo! Ooh!
Oh, good shit. Ghetto's coming on. He's going crazy.
Oh my god!
Yeah. Oh shit!
Really going for it.
Shit!
Yeah, bleeding again. Back at it.
Suarez can
counterpunch well, bro, off the blood. Like he's fucking scrapping, bro. So far, that's a lot of time left in the round.
Yeah, there is 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'm at like 145.
Navarrete better make him respect him in this round, man. Don't let him come alive. Right now, he looked like he's coming alive. Yep. Coming forward, trying for shit.
I got him winning this round so far.
So far, yeah. Cleaner punches, but there's still a minute and 30 in the round. But he is winning the round, though. He is.
Yeah.
I don't know if people don't go to Navarrete's body more often.
Scared they're gonna get hit with some bullshit up top.
Yep.
Fucking uppercut.
Okay, so they did rule it as an accidental headbutt. They did rule it as that.
Yes, they did.
What? How?
Yeah.
It was a
good acting.
It looked like it was a headbutt from like when they was coming up.
Yeah, like
because
look,
he did hit him with the left, but
and then
when he
hit
came
heads.
back up, that's when he headbutted him.
I'm like, think about it, guys.
No,
I was gonna say this earlier, but somebody kept talking. I'm like, think about it. If Suarez throws a left hook, how the fuck he's gonna cut him on the left side of his head?
He leaned down into that side.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a clean punch, man.
No, but their heads were okay.
I didn't see a head clash, to be honest.
No,
I saw
at first, because y'all heard me. You could look back. Like, you heard me. I was like, oh, it was a left hook. And then I was like, oh, wait, never mind. I see the head clash.
I fucking told y'all not to sleep on Suarez, man. I told y'all.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you did. Shut the fuck out of here.
Monday morning night quarterback ass up.
I tell y'all, man. Y'all got to stop sleeping on these Filipino fighters, man.
Bro, you called them Korean.
Filipinos.
Fuck out of
There's still a Navarrete that round. There's still a Navarrete that round.
Yeah, but Nava is you could see the desperate getting hit. Shit.
He's a good counterpuncher and he has good feet.
Yeah. Getting in with them hooks. Come on, ref. Fuck off.
Bro, shout out to chilling with the homies watching a Mexican dude get fighting all bloodied up. You know what I mean? This is boxing right here, bro.
Shit. They better fix that shit.
Right here.
That's nice.
Man, y'all need to bring Stitch in, man. Y'all wild.
Stop moving that shit, bro.
Stitch is not fixing that, bro.
That was a straight punch that caused that cut. There was
my god, that was cool.
I fucking
knew.
knew.
The left hook, and then they hit heads after the left hook. Watch.
No,
Titties was sagging. Titties was sagging more than usual. It's not a good omen.
But think about it. In the arena, they reviewed it and ruled it an accidental head. There. Boom. Right there. That's what did it.
Doesn't mean that they clashed heads. See, right there. There's your punch.
Look, no. Okay, I saw the punch.
Yeah, it's a punch.
It was a punch.
No.
You know what? It was a clash of heads. It was. I just saw it.
The heads.
Fuck you. We've been saying that.
My parlay said it was a head clash, bro.
It was a head clash, yo.
My parlay said.
Shout out to Virtuoso. Feel free to disagree, but I think Anthony Cacace is an overachiever. Nah, he just fought Lee Wood off a year layoff. Come on.
Yeah.
That was
Right
I
place at
watched
the
that
right
one,
time.
man. Right, I got off
No.
work. I was watching that shit on my
He
phone.
nodded his head.
They stop it.
The doctor nodded his head.
What?
Uh-oh.
Stop it.
They stop it.
So they got to go to scorecards
They
now, right?
stopped it. They stopped
Oh, yeah, they stopped it.
They got to go to scorecards then, right?
Yeah, that's how they do it.
What? He stopped it for that?
Dude, how could they
Terrible
stop
stuff.
this? And they didn't stop Tim Tszyu. What the fuck?
Damn, bro,
You
that
know what I
was
mean?
gayer than Michael.
What?
You
Bro,
see
like,
the
that's what I'm
bullshit?
saying. Like, what the fuck?
What the fuck's
But
happening
they're
here?
gonna go to the scorecards.
Bro, that
What's
was
happening?
so
No,
gay.
no,
It
listen,
gave me
no,
a-
listen.
bro.
Everybody, shut up. What's happening here is the higher ups realize, Navarrete could lose this thing if we let it keep going. Let's stop it now while he's ahead on the cards. He keeps his belt. Everybody gets a blowjob.
Exactly.
Bomba clap.
Right.
Because he's ahead. Because Navarrete should be ahead right now. And if it's as a result,
yeah.
if they ruled it as a clash of heads, they're going to the scorecards.
But isn't it the discretion of the doctor though? Like ultimately, the
The
doctor
discretion of the
decides,
doctor, the top rank hired.
His
Yes,
paycheck
but
shit.
that's what I'm saying.
Hey,
man.
it's
Hey,
not
how are
one of those.
those?
Hey, hold on. How
How's
many
that
of those
hot
did you
pocket?
make?
Bro, it's not the doctor
I
only
ain't
had
fucking
one
fat
discretion.
bitch.
No, the only thing the doctor was in charge of was stopping the fight. That's it. After that,
Bro, was that awful punch? Come on, this
That's
shit
what
look
I
like
mean.
it's awful punch.
Yeah, it was off a punch.
No.
yeah,
It wasn't.
slash your
It
head.
was a head clash. I didn't see it at first. It's after the hook.
Watch.
It's right
How
there.
sharp
Look.
is this dude's
Watch.
jawbone?
Watch.
He was already cut.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
Bang.
Right
What?
there.
So off this right
No,
here, the
because
jaw cut
Navarrete
its
doesn't
head right
react
here.
to his head to the head until after they clash. Look.
I don't know, bro. It could be
This jaw
either
did
way,
that.
bro.
Come on, bro.
Hey,
Come on.
it could be either way, bro. From that angle.
You know what? Y'all making a valid point.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at that one real slow, and I was like, "Hold up, dog!" Like that cut could have already been there, but it also could have come from the head. That's the only angle y'all motherfuckers got. All that money. That's the only.
They
angle
know the angle. They just don't want to show what really happened.
You know what I mean?
It was awful
No,
punch.
I think wait. I think it is a punch because it's like if you actually look at like the way his head goes across, how could that motion cause a fucking injury?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. His head's basically rubbing across his head. That doesn't make
Dude
no
don't even
sense.
got
How would
a
that cause
beard.
injury?
The reason he pulls his head
Yeah,
back
but
so far is because he.
Yeah, but listen. At the same time, you got to notice when he threw the left hook.
It kind of looks like. Hold on, wait. It kind of looks like it got cut on his glove from his glove tape.
On the other
From the
one where it
right-
looks like
from
he's
his right
scratching down,
glove.
right?
You see
Yeah,
what
it
I'm
kinda
saying?
looks
We got
like-
glove tape theory. We got head theory. We got
No, hold on,
Hey,
hold on.
bro.
Like,
If
yo,
you
bro, it's
see,
just
if
crazy.
you watch that slow mo where they kept fucking playing it, after their heads clash, what happens
All right, let me
is
see
his
the hook.
fucking the inside of his glove. It looks like the tape fucking slashed his eye.
No, I think
I don't know, bro.
No,
I
that
don't know,
hit
bro.
on the jaw.
I don't know
He
about
got punched
that.
on the jaw, not on the head.
Hold on.
Look at that punch. Come on.
We
He
sound
got
like
punched on the
monkeys.
Yeah,
jaw.
we're not
discovering
denying he
fire.
didn't get punched.
No, he means
No,
this. I
he
know
got
he
hit in
means
the
the
jaw.
second one. Like if you look
I'm
at
gonna
the
be
second
real.
one, 'cause,
I'm
like,
gonna be real. From the
Hold on,
angle
hold
they
on.
just
Boom,
showed the
right
worm's
there.
eye angle. Hold on, let me talk,
Yeah,
bro.
but
Honestly, it looks like it's off a punch. You
I-
rubbed at
actually,
the
hold on.
most you grazed his head with your
Okay.
head, but
He
it
goes
didn't
Look at
look
this
like that
angle.
was off
There
a
would have
punch.
been blood on his
reason-
chin
hold
off
on.
that.
not cause
The
a
reason
cut.
he pulls his head back is because he feels the cut. Like he's
Yeah,
basically
but
clenching, and then he feels the cut, and he feels the blood, and then he pulls his head back.
I'm saying like that
It
that
wasn't as a
angle, that
result
last
of him
angle they
being
showed, it
shoulder
looked
to
like a
shoulder.
headbutt on that one. But the
Come on,
angle
top
what
rank.
last angle?
Let's
Oh,
rob
like
this
this?
motherfucker, man. We
Nah,
gotta rob
bro.
him. We gotta rob him.
Nah, bro. I didn't
Come
see.
on.
I didn't see that, man. I'm sorry.
That was a clear
They gotta
headbutt.
zoom. They gotta zoom
it
that
looked like a
shit
head
That
in.
clash
was
to me.
not.
That
No,
shit
I,
didn't look
I'm,
like
Come
that.
on, it's
I'm
time for
Yo,
a
that's still
robbery,
parlay
guys.
speaking, bro.
I'm gonna settle on a head clash. I'm gonna settle on a head clash.
Pull the
Yo,
shiesticks out.
we gotta rob him. Come on.
There's an
Shiesticks
It's
out.
argument
not
for
real.
a punch.
No, it's not. No. In fairness, it's not a robbery. Navarrete was well ahead.
Well ahead. Well ahead.
Well,
well
we
ahead.
gotta.
They give it to Suarez, man. He probably unified, man.
Bro,
Are you
Suarez,
serious? The fuck
Suarez
up.
won like 2 rounds, bro. Like, nah, bro. It's not
Yeah,
even
like that scorecard is very accurate, but I think that's not a head clash. That shit look like that was from the head.
Come on, top
Let's
rank.
rob this
That's a
motherfucker.
Suarez stoppage, man.
Come on, Bob. Don't do this to me, bro.
I think
Come on,
Nav's
Johnny
figured out
Rice,
the-
Johnny
Yo,
Rice, Johnny
y'all
Rice,
can hear the
Johnny
hurt.
Rice,
Y'all
Johnny
can hear
Rice.
the hurt and undefeated's voice when he said, "Don't do this to me, bro."
Bro, I'm shitting bricks, bro. Fuck.
I can hear the
Damn,
hurt,
how
yo.
much money you got on this parlay?
I can send you a
Bro,
screenshot. Hold on.
what's up with this sketch little meeting right there before he announces? That was weird. You saw that?
I think Navarrette's figured out, fellas.
Like,
Jimmy Lennon
not a thing.
Get an athletic counterpuncher.
They got Jimmy Lennon out for this?
They were like, "Hey, change your plans. We're elevating Suarez." He's like, "All right, bet, scratch. All right, so and you're
Okay, here comes they about to fuck up undefeated parlay.
Mm-mm.
Don't say that, bro. Don't say that, bro.
Bro,
don't say that, bro.
Fuck up,
like, look how long it's taking them to announce this shit. You know what's
going on down there. I'd be worried if I was you.
Man, Bob's spreading money, bro. He's
that
paying him, bro.
motherfucker look like George Washington.
Undefeated finna have to leave the country.
Hey, bro, every
man.
time undefeated fucks up a parlay, God kills a kitten, bro. You know what I mean?
For real, yo. Oh shit!
I can't sleep at night when he
yo,
loses.
this is taking too
here we go.
You know they robbing them, man.
Hey, this shit.
They robbing them, man.
I think
Robbing? How are they
think
robbing him? It's only 1-2 rounds.
That is not a clash of heads. Come on,
bro. Both their heads reacted to contact. That wasn't a graze. Like they bounced off each other.
It's not.
Wasn't there blood on his jaw? Because that's where the head had to land.
Well, I mean, we would need to see a shot of his jaw on that side after, but we never got that shot.
Look, it wasn't a head clash, man. He got punched in the eye. Come on now.
It was a head clash, bro. Clear as day. Clear as day.
What the fuck is taking so goddamn long?
They bought the fuck. So I'm telling you,
bro.
Y'all won't believe me. They bought the fuck him. They
Who wants to fucking see Charlie Suarez versus Oshaki Foster, bro?
They ain't gonna fuck Navarrete, bro. He won that fight, bro. That's crazy.
Come on.
No,
Robbie
hold
lost,
on.
man.
They're just they gotta hold on. They gotta
punch.
cash out the
You gotta
refs real
stop.
quick and the judges.
They checking the cash app right now to see.
No, what are they doing, bro? What is going
Checking
on?
the
Make sure
odds.
that cash app hit.
I'm telling
I
y'all.
think they're still debating, bro.
Hey, this is taking way too long.
With that fake ass Fat Joe in the
They
corner.
have one hell of a
DraftKings bets
conversation
in.
right now, man. For real.
Yo, that old motherfucker on the left look like George Washington.
Hey, this is taking way too long.
Let's
This ain't
rock
I
right.
think they were going through the rules, bro. They're debating the head clash.
It's the Quaker Roach
On the
guy.
flag on the play. It's a challenge.
But they already announced it as an official head clash. So, like, we mean there's no
Hey,
debate.
no, they debating it right now, bro. I guess not.
They're
Like,
They
debating
can't
what
be
sells
debating the
more.
scores. I know they're not debating that.
I know that undefeated is biting his toenails right now. He
You know
on
what I
the
mean?
couch.
Bro,
He
my
is
ass is clenched right now, bro.
They got shenanigans going on right now, man.
Ass so
touching his
clenched
own
tighter than a
G-spot.
6 ass.
Hey,
Shit.
undefeated. Hey, just
What's
Snow
up?
fam. Every time you lose a parlay, bro, I have trouble sleeping at night, dog.
Well, you finna be awake all night, bro.
Shout
Nah,
out to
it's not looking hot.
motherfucking Domo. They're negotiating costs per card. That's what it looks like.
Bro, who wants to see Suarez versus Oshaki Foster,
That
bro?
punch didn't hit him above the eye, bro. That
Yes,
was a jaw.
it hit him
Hey,
right
hey,
there in
jaw.
that same exact spot.
Don't rob
What are
Navarrete,
the
bro.
odds? What are the odds? And it was a
Fuck.
hard shot too.
Don't
You
do
see the-
this
you
to
see
me.
the Sweat
Don't
fly
Did
off
do
his
they
this
face.
to me,
score it a
Bob.
clash of heads or not is what I want to know. Did they rule it a clash of heads? Because then we're straight.
It was.
Don't do this to me, Bob. Come on, bro.
But even if they
Hey, it's
That
not looking
motherfucker looked
hot,
like
bro.
that motherfucker looked like Pitbull with a
Like
thyroid
Batista.
problem.
Like Fat Batista.
He look like a Timu Fat Joe and shit.
Well, see, look, my thing is, my thing is, he didn't react to like his eye until they fucking got up. Like he
But
took
I'm
the
gonna be
punch.
his
real.
fine.
beard
I'm gonna
looks
be
brought
real.
on,
I'm
to
all
be
for.
honest.
I'm all for robbing a motherfucker. But I
Let's
ain't
do
gonna
it.
lie. I ain't gonna lie. That was off a punch. Yeah, that was a punch. I ain't see no head. It wasn't ding and the shit open. He caught your ass and then grazed your head with his face.
Come on, Bob. Come on, Bob.
Oh shit.
he got it. He got it. We good.
Come on. They want to
Got it.
man, they want you to scorecards. Get the
78.
Hey,
outta
let's
here.
go. Hey,
86,
88, 85, 87, 86, 87,
So it was
86.
78,
That was not a clash of
75,
Yeah, they
heads.
fought that dude.
77.
Yeah, they
Fuck.
fucked him, but I mean, like, the fuck?
Yes, sir.
Let's
They
go.
They had the
I'm
fight
about to fill
close,
my
though.
cup
I
with
will
all
say
these
that. I'm
Fuck
surprised.
tears,
that
all
guy,
these fucking
dude.
man tears in the fucking panel. I'm about to
They
fill my
fucking
cup.
robbed that motherfucker.
Yeah,
Alexa,
they
play
straight
Mob
robbed
Ties
that
by
man.
Drake.
They took like a 20-minute intermission. We discussed
They
the
got
best
that
way
motherfucker, man. They
to
got
finish
his
Be like that
ass.
sometimes, man. Be like that sometimes.
That's
You
what
go
you
through
get
the court, I'll
for
go through the
shopping
back
at
door.
Top Rank.
Hey, and sometimes it'd be like that all the time.
Yeah, sometimes.
All those
You know what I
wrinkles,
mean?
Sometimes.
real
I'm
bad.
sorry, Charlie.
The score was 78 to 75, and then 77 to 76 on the other two.
The score was ring
Yeah, that's what I
girls.
said, fool.
I mean, that was about right for the
No,
score.
you
but
said
I mean,
85, bro.
Yeah, I said 80. Yeah, my bad. I'm a dumbass. I said 80. Yeah, man, you meant what I knew. Leave me alone.
You meant what I knew.
I knew what you meant.
You know what
Hey,
I'm
man,
talking
they fucked him, man. They fucked
Let's
him.
go.
That's what I
Hey,
knew.
fuck that guy, dude.
Shout out my boy Barbie.
No, because they saw the
Justice for
mistake that happened with
Suarez.
Tim Zoo,
That's
and they
funny, Alex.
fucking they're like, we're not gonna let that shit go down.
Oh man.
That's a
Alexa,
good one,
play the
country. They
Godfather
put it in your
theme.
toolbox, bro. Use it whenever you want.
Okay.
All right, fellas, I'm out of here. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I'm going to
All
sleep,
right, brother.
man.
Take it easy, man.
Fucking tired.
Have a good night, fellas.
All right, y'all.
peace.